High School Sports Live, in partnership with 27, is proud to present the Central Dauphin Rams and the visiting Harrisburg Cougars. This broadcast is brought to you by our premier sponsors, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Good evening, everybody. I'm Todd McCall, along with my partner, Jerome Presley. And on the sidelines, Archie Smith Jr. and Grace Grill tonight. Jerome, tonight, a motorcycle motorcade for number 62. It's a night where you and I look back and we reflect, and we just want to send out our condolences to the family. But more importantly, I know your daughter goes to school here, and I really think it's kind of fitting to talk about a young man that wore number 62.
Yeah, and that's Harrison Fenstermaker. He was a Central Dauphin senior. And what it did was you have a school and a team that was already energized, and it just gave more energy. The town of Central Dauphin, the fans, the family in particular, and the classmates that all knew him are all part of this, and they've all come together. And you'll see different bands like this that kind of represent him, and you saw the motorcade outside. It's just a special moment, and I think everyone, not just in Central Dauphin, but in the entire area is a part of it.
Many times this week I heard kids talk about him, and more importantly, they knew that he would want them to play football. Mm-hmm. And tonight is Friday night, and football goes on. Yep. The game goes on, the band goes on. And tonight we have one of the biggest games I think we've had this year. We have two teams in the Commonwealth, both 2-0, 4-1 overall, Central Dauphin, Harrisburg. Harrisburg's been nothing but hot, and they've got some players right now. And Kane Everson, I think that quarterback is something special.
Yeah, I mean, Kane Everson, we've watched Kane's development from his days at Central Dauphin East High School before coming to Harrisburg. We saw him in the first game of the season against Coatesville, a little shaky. And what it was you're having a lot of expectations for a player coming into a new school and then also playing one of the top teams in the state in the first game. After that, he's been lights out, putting up almost close to 1,500 yards of total offense, and he's getting in the end zone in every way possible. So on that side, you have him doing his thing. On the other side, you have a stingy defense in Adam Burkhart, who is one of the top running backs for Central Dauphin. He's a bulldozer, but he's an amazing linebacker. One of the things about Central Dauphin that you cannot put aside is their ability to play defense. They tackle well, they swarm to the ball, and you'll see big offense against big defense. Something's going to have to give.
I'm looking forward to it. State College stands undefeated. Central Dauphin undefeated in the Commonwealth. So is Harrisburg. Great game. It's homecoming. Landis Field, Central Dauphin, Harrisburg coming right up after these messages.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
I am anything I want to be.
I am one of the faces of Commonwealth Charter Academy.
I go to school online, tuition free.
I learn best at my own pace.
My own pace.
I see school differently. I learn from anywhere.
From anywhere. I'm an artist.
I'm a musician.
I am an athlete. I am anything I want to be. And I won't stop learning. I am CCA.
Join me today at ccaeducate.me.
Hit the road with Jack.
Hit the road with the Jack Giambobbo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambobbo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambobbo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambobbo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambobbo.com.
Welcome to Landis Field tonight. Homecoming, Central Dauphin, Harrisburg. And there, Burkhart and the captains are carrying the number 62 on a night that, when a life was cut early, way too soon. But football has to be that thing that brings the community together. And they're playing in honor tonight of number 62, Harrison Fenstermaker. And, I don't know, Jerome. I'm really at a loss of words. I think the picture says it all.
Yeah, it definitely says it all. And again, he was a member of this Central Dauphin football team and has good expectations, big expectations. And you know, when you think about the situation, these kids, it's been a hard couple of weeks for them. But like you said, football and the other sports, many may not know that many of the other sports have also done different things, whether it's the field hockey team, the women's soccer and field hockey team, the football programs, tennis programs. I mean, all of the school sports and just the school programs did different things as a tribute to him. So I think this is a big week for them. It will define and have a part in the season. And, you know, these kids they're healing and they're working through it. And let's not get it twisted. It also affects other programs that play, too, because these communities are actually close together. So, you know, it's possible that there are other communities that knew him as well. So it affects the community. So I think everybody coming together, whether you're Harrisburg's or Central Dauphin, you're all coming together and you're coming together as one in the sport of football.
Well, we got football ready to play here. 2 teams, 2-0 in the Commonwealth. State College undefeated, Central Dauphin undefeated, Harrisburg undefeated. Something has to give tonight. Burkhardt will take it across the middle, across the 35-yard line. Central Dauphin will have the first possession. They'll have great field possession. And, you know, coming in this game, both teams, I don't know if they're two hotter teams, Jerome, when we talk about football in the mid-state. When we saw Harrisburg early on the Saturday against Coatesville, 37-6 loss. Let's talk about this for a second. In that loss, they just didn't look like the Harrisburg teams of the past, but man, have they bounced back. Right now, they've been tough, and they've been stingy defensively, shutting out their last 2 teams. And here we go, Wildcat formation for Central Dauphin, and getting the carry is Brody Rock.
Yep. And one of the things, you know, we do talk about the Central Dauphin defense. Remember, this Harrisburg defense has done very well also. So again, you have 2 big powers, and we talked about this before we even got on the air, how big of a game this was, and so exciting to be able to call it for everybody at home.
Ball be on the 40, a pickup of 5. Hoffman. Give to Burkhardt. Burkhardt across the middle. Push up to midfield, just short of midfield. And he has a whole bunch of Cougars ringing him in for the tackle. And we're going to see a lot of Burkhardt. And tonight we profiled him for that reason, Jerome. And we knew not only is he a great linebacker, but he's a solid running back. And Central Dauphin will run the ball. They won't put it up in the air unless necessary. They can do that. Hoffman coming off an injury early on after the Wilson game, the senior starter tonight. Sometimes they've been platooning with the freshman quarterback. But right now, Central Dauphin looking at the sideline for the play. First down and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. Burkhardt, right side, hard.
And that's just power football. And one of the things, if you've never seen Adam Burkhardt outside of his uniform, he is put together. I mean, this kid has been working hard in the offseason. He is well put together. He is a load to tackle and bring down. So you're talking about a guy that he's a north-south runner.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of misdirection. They're running a lot of power, and they have the two linebackers, that full house backfield with the eye back in the back, and he's just running straight ahead.
Burkhardt, right side across the 40-yard line, and Central Dauphin effectively moving the ball in their first possession. Coming in now, they've won pretty impressive too. They beat Carlisle for their 400th win last week. They won 35-17. Prior to that, Cumberland Valley they beat 37-7. Had a tight one, Berks Catholic, 7-0. Their only loss coming to Manheim Township, in which they were up 2 touchdowns. They lost 22-12. But right now, looking 4-1, ranked 2 in District 3, and right now they're sitting right where they want to be. Burkhardt, right side, power running across shy of the 35.
And one of the things you got to be leery of, I mean, they're getting 5, 6, 7 yards a pop on first down. Look for them to continue to try to suck this Harrisburg defense in and then try to get behind them.
You know, Andre White Jr., the great linebacker, Kane Everson playing a little defense too, but they're going to call a lot tonight. I mean, we're going to call his name, Andre White Jr., going to Texas A&M. He is going to have to really come up and play a lot, make a lot of tackles tonight to stop the Central Dauphin push. It's 2nd and 5, ball on the 35-yard line. Burkhart left side, nothing there.
And that's what you do for Harrisburg. You want to get penetration in the backfield. You see them go to a 6-man front, and that 6-man front to counter that power running attack that Central Dauphin has. And as you can see, it forced Central Dauphin, and they're going to split out of that a little bit.
Dante Nichols came up to make the tackle. He's 6'1", 210, the defensive end spot. Some great players on the other side of the ball, too, defensively. Right now, it's third, down 7, ball on the 37-yard line. At Landis Field side, Central Dauphin side full. Harrisburg bringing a nice crowd tonight. We got a great one here Friday night. Makes it special. Play action. Hoffman putting it up in the air, going over top. The ball is going to be incomplete. It's going to be picked off. Almost picked off. Kane Everson on the coverage.
And that was just good coverage on the back end, and we have a flag.
We've got a penalty on the field.
Now, what I will say is, which would surprise me a little bit, and we'll wait to the penalty. They announced the penalty. Oh, okay. Looks like they'll decline it. You know, one of the things that I noticed on that play, you saw Central Dauphin go to a one-man route in the pass game. That's not going to cut it against Harrisburg.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, especially if you have them sitting, you know, they can cover good on the outside, and you got safety help over the top. That almost was picked off.
Well, Central Dauphin's going to bring the punter on. They're going to have to punt. They had moving the ball pretty well. So after that penalty and a stop by Harrisburg, Harrisburg will have the ball. And you know what, man, let's go to your keys, Jerome. I mean, tonight you looked inside the playbooks a little bit.
Yeah, and it starts off with keep the C train moving, that Cougar train moving. They've been doing very well, as we talked about. Stay composed and focused. There's a lot of stuff going on here at CD, and you can't get caught up. You got to stay focused on the game and quiet that crowd. As you can see over there, Central Dauphin, this place is rocking. For Central Dauphins, feed off that family energy that they have and their development we've talked about. Defense continue to dominate, and offense continue to score. You talked about the amount of points that they've been able to put up.
All right, we got Kane Everson at quarterback, shotgun formation. He had 441 yards last week, 6 TDs, and a big route over CV, 45-0. Plant right side. Plant's been, I tell you what, this guy he's that small Joe Morris type guy. You know, anybody that remembers the Giants. This kid catches the ball out of the backfield, runs well. Very effective running back.
And we saw that defense do what it needs to do. Look at Tyrese Fuller on the outside, able to shut down from that cornerback position, coming up and being a force on the outside. So, again, you see the swarming tackling ability of that Central Dauphin defense moving to the ball for no gain for Harrisburg.
Yeah, they've been stingy, only giving up an average of 10 points per game where they score 21 average. Everson's going to put it up in the air, going to go up over the top. It's going to be incomplete. Missing that pass was Ryanell Gant. Ryanell Gant is usually a pretty sure hands.
And Gant usually doesn't miss those. And you're talking about the ball was beautifully thrown right over the outstretched hands of Kyle Minich, number 43, the linebacker, dropping, and his drop didn't get far enough deep. But CD bailed out a little bit by the drop pass.
So it's 3rd and 10. Plant back by Everson. Everson trying to get the play. Play action. Everson's going to roll to his left and look downfield. He's going to dump it off. This time coming up to make the catch was Gant. Gant crosses the 45, shy of the 50.
And that's what you get when you have Kane Everson. His ability to continue to keep the play alive. And see the fake. He comes out, wants to deliver the first pass. He sees it's not there, uses his legs to get open, delivers a ball, first down.
He already has 1,000 yards, 1,064, and 14 touchdowns this year, 535 rushing. So he's accounted for over 1,500 yards. Flags there was flags. I missed that. Let's go down to Archie Smith Jr. on the field. Arch, we didn't see the flag at all.
All right, guys. It was a ineligible guy down the field, which was a lineman. Blocking aggressive guys, we kind of see that when you got a scrambling quarterback. These linemen has a tendency of getting down the field.
Yep. All right. Thanks. Trying to set the screen up was Everson. He rolls all the way back his end zone. Is he going to, I don't know, was he in the grasp? They want a safety.
And I don't know if there was anyone in the area to throw to, so yeah, that'll be a safety.
That's going to be a safety.
And again, one of the things that, and I think Archie brought this up before, CD's defense, they flow extremely well to the ball.
Right.
So, they do flow well. And you saw Kane was not able to break the pocket. You get the sack in the end zone, and there you go. That defense showed its thing.
He looked like he was trying to get a screen set up here, Jerome.
Yeah, and again, the defense, they stayed home. Those that needed to stay home stayed home. And you saw big number 59, that's Cameron, able to come up and make the sack in the end zone.
Yeah, Cameron got the pursuit on him. He had nowhere to go. It's in the grasp.
He was never in the left flat.
So that's going to be a safety. Central Dolphins going to get the ball up. They're going to take a 2-0 lead.
And that's Cameron Sansoni able to get into the backfield, becoming relentless to get after Everson, will not allow Everson to get that ball off. So both defenses have held at this point 2-0 Rams.
Kind of an odd play from the start.
Well, I think that when you set up a screen, the one problem with the screen setup, if it's read well, the quarterback then has to ad-lib. There's not tons you can do off of it. Right. Why? Because linemen are starting to go downfield. Yeah. They're set up and they're starting to go downfield. So you got to be careful how you throw it. So it puts you in a bind if it doesn't set up well. Many times you'll see a quarterback just throw it in the dirt.
Right.
Right where a back or a receiver is, throw it in the dirt, and then no harm, no foul. But in this situation, you saw Kane trying to make something happen, and the defense just closed on him faster than he anticipated.
All right, so Carey will set to kick off after the safety. Clemente back to accept the kick. Maybe Clemente, left side still stays on his feet. Trying to stiff arm, but he'll be wrestled down by Purdy. Dana Purdy, the senior, 5'7", 160, comes up and makes a tackle along with a little help from Plant. And Central Dauphin will have the ball.
That's just a solid tackle right there. That's just speed. Coming from the outside, not letting you get outside, set that edge, deliver to the ground.
It was actually Plant that made the tackle. All right, Central Dauphin will have the ball. The 45.
I think they're going to call.
They're going to call face mask that goes against Harrisburg. So that'll set them up across midfield, Central Dauphin. So a couple flags here early on already. Hoffman's the quarterback along with Burkhardt. Single receivers to the right. Looking at the sideline to get to play. You'll see that all night tonight.
Well, let's see what they're in. Let's see.
Hoffman drops off. Andre White Jr. come over to make the tackle.
And that was Waters gets the ball on the outside for CD. Or sorry about that.
Mason Griffiths actually got the jump off.
That was Griffin. And again, you're seeing that flow for the defense of Harrisburg. And we didn't talk enough about Andre White and how stout he is from the linebacker position.
Jet sweep. Lesher on the carry, and he had nothing. He read it like a book. Andre White Jr. coming up, and I tell you, making a strong entry for himself is Deontay Nichols as well, coming up to make the tackle. So we'll see it here again. Look at him. Look at the pursuit. Stay home. Stay where you are. Read the play. Look at the scout. Tape. Boom. Tackle.
The hole was open for a split second, and then it was shut down. White and company shut that door very quickly.
Big 3rd and 3 for Central Dauphin. Hoffman's going to roll to his left. Giante with the catch, crossing the 30. And Central Dauphin's going to move. the chains. Going to be first down. The crowd loved it on the other side.
And Clemente just getting upfield. I mean, you take the ball and go north-south, able to get the first down and move Central Dauphin into close to the red zone right now. So they're doing real well keeping this offense alive.
It was a spin move. That was a great spin move that got him free. Great shot by Invicta Cruz. I think it was a false start on Central Dauphin, so that flag is going to go against them. That's exactly what it is. They got a little excited, is there?
Yeah. Looks like they got a little excited. And again, you don't want to have penalties. And we remember from the early Coatesville game, there were a lot of penalties that Harrisburg had. They made a lot of mistakes. And for both of these teams, when you're in mid-season, you want to make sure that you cut down on those mistakes, and those penalties can kill you in a game. So again, that's not good for the coaches. They don't want to see that.
Full shuffle pass also broken up by Deontay Nichols. Deontay Nichols has come to play tonight. Let's go down to Archie Smith Jr. Archie, let's talk about 21's play already from that linebacker spot. He's blowing up plays right now.
Well, guys, what they're doing when you have an over-aggressive line like Central Dauphin is firing off the ball right now, you have to pick your keys. You got to pick your moments when you're coming up the field, but you also cannot get fooled by the eye candy.
Yeah, and that eye candy, that misdirection. Sometimes you got guards pulling, you got guys in the backfield going different ways. You got to stick to your keys, whatever you studied up on.
Hoffman looking downfield. He got Chimete in the end zone. Broken up. Great play. At the last moment, Rynell Gant came over and broke that play up. Hoffman went play action, threw a great ball.
And Gant came out of nowhere and made that play. And that's that's what we call in the secondary range from your defensive backs, getting where you need to get to. This ball is a little bit thrown high, so it floats up a little bit, takes a little bit of time to drop, and right at the last minute, Gant comes along. That would have been a touchdown. He comes along, gets his hands in there.
Hoffman give it to Burkhart. Burkhart running hard, squaring his shoulders. Across the 35.
And you see misdirection by that Central Dauphin team, and like Archie talked about, not being fooled by the eye candy, and Harrisburg's defense stayed home and were able to make that play and bring up a fourth down. Those counters, if you don't stay true to what you're supposed to do, can be big plays, because it goes against the flow. The defense flows one way, pop the running back the other way, and then you're caught. Good defense.
Central Dauphin's going to bring on the kicker for a 48-yard field goal. Hold is down. Ball's up. And it went wide, short, and went left. So it'll be no good. But do we have a flag down?
Looks like a flag. Oh, and that's going to be against Harrisburg, which will give Central Dauphin the ball.
Well, the biggest thing will be here, will it be roughing the kicker or running into the kicker?
Yeah, and either one, yeah, that's true. So now, yeah, if it's running into the kicker, then it won't be a first down. So it looks like that's what it is. They call running into the kicker.
So be it. Well, it shortens the field goal. That's one thing it does.
Yep.
If anything, they're going to try it again. So 43-yard attempt. The hold is down. Kick is up. And it's good from 43 yards away. And we'll be right back with more football from Landis Field. Derek Nugg, field goal from 43 yards. Put Central Dauphin up 5-0.
Hit the road road with Jack.
Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over 20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
You take a look at this last drive for Central Dauphin. It first started with a safety. Defensively, Central Dauphin comes up and gets a safety on Kane Everson. And then it went a little bit of book cart left side. And then some play action. But it set up a 43-yard field goal by Derek Krug. And this time he missed at 48, but there was a penalty on Harrisburg. Gave him another chance, knocked off 5 yards. He said, this time I got it. He was short, probably 10 yards on the 48. Yeah. He went left with that one. Come back and got it. With 7 plays, 24 yards. Time of 3:45 in that possession. So 5-0 Central Dauphin, kind of an ugly score. Harrisburg is going to have the ball to 25, and we got to see if they get some things going here on their second possession.
And I see it's a defensive score. When you have both defenses playing the way they are, I mean, both have shown up. So, I know we talk a lot about the Central Dauphin defense. Well, this Harrisburg defense has pitched a shutout in 2 of their last games. 45-0 against Cumberland Valley, 42-0 against CD East. Even with Cedar Cliff, 46-13, 74-16. And if you take out that Coatesville win, their defense has shown up too.
Oh, no doubt. I think their defense is playing very strong right now, but I'm really impressed. Like, this Harrisburg team got focused, and they look a whole lot differently. And they're just trying to get something going here on the left side. And that... All right, it looks like there was a fumble, and Central Dauphin is actually indicating they've got the ball. So
Hey, what's Nunu's real name? Jesse, what's Nunu's real name? Lemire what? Lemire Johnson.
So Lemire Johnson would have fumbled the ball. Central Dauphin has it now. So turnover going back to Central Dauphin. So we got a safety that set up an opportunity for Central Dauphin to put some points on the board with the field goal. Now they get the ball back. Hoffman, he's going to dump off to Griffiths. Mason Griffiths to the left side. Andre White Jr. coming over to make the tackle.
And going wide on Harrisburg is going to be very difficult to do. They set the edge well. And when you have a linebacker like Andre White combing the field the way he does, he gets sideline to sideline very well. So they can run very well, and they get to the point of attack very well.
Yeah, this is tough to see if you're a Harrisburg Cougar fan, because that safety and now that fumble and giving the ball over, to Central Dauphin. No, we got a flag down. Legal procedure.
And again, those mistakes. You get the turnover, you start moving forward, you get 5 yards on your first down, and then all of a sudden you have a penalty that backs you up, starts you back 2nd and 11 now. So, you want to clean that up. Both teams have made mistakes that have been costly.
It's 2nd down and 11. 2:59 to play here in the first quarter. Central Dauphin up 5-0, as you see. Hoffman, backside pressure. Man, oh man, this kid, I cannot say enough about Deontay Nichols' play defensively tonight.
Yeah, Nichols
He's on fire.
Those guys are coming from the backside, and they are coming from the backside fast. So you don't have time. If you're rolling out, you better deliver that ball or tuck it and run it, because you're not going to have a lot of time back there when you have those guys coming from the edge that fast coming at you.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 19. Hoffman and Burkhart looking over along with the rest of the teammates, trying to get the play from the sideline. He's got twin receivers far left. Going to give to Burkhart. Burkhart crossing the 40.
And again, that defense is just playing. And I'll tell you, Nichols right now is playing lights out. He's doing his job, staying home, making tackles. And again, that defense is showing what they got.
Archie Smith Jr., I think 21 is going to play at another level somewhere after high school. This kid is getting on the ball right now.
Well, one thing I see, he's very emotional. You can tell him he's taking this game to another level right now. He's also coming off the field telling the offense, let's go, cheering these guys up, firing, so we can see who the emotional leader is for the Harrisburg Cougars guys.
All right, even though they lost the ball, no hurt now. Harrisburg going to get it back. Graham punting team on. And that ball's going to go out of bounds at around the 10-yard line, so it's going to have Harrisburg still backed up. They're playing a little field position. Let's see what Kane Everson and the Cougars do in this drive.
So again, both defenses have shown stinginess. They both tackle well. You know, the score 5-0 kind of shows that. We have a safety already, a field goal, and that's pretty much it. No real big plays at all from either team. Any hint of a big play was either broken up or a penalty brought it back.
Right.
So right now, you know, it's a defensive shuffle, and the atmosphere. Let's talk about that.
Man,
this
tonight
place is packed here tonight.
I mean, I would venture to say there is not a single seat over on that Landis Field side, and even on this visiting side in Harrisburg, it's full. It's just packed. Well, not to mention it's 3 rows back along the fence line tonight. It is just crazy here at Landis Field.
Well, think about how close these schools are and these communities are. So, you know, you're going to have that kind of situation.
Jameer Plant, nothing much there on the left side. And they come up with Mason Griffiths to actually come up to make this tackle. So take a look at it again. They got good pursuit. Boy,
and that's Sam Smith as well, one of those linebackers, and we'll talk about him a lot. Or, you know, he's on the defensive line, but look at those linebackers. Look at how they floated the ball, and as a team, they do a very good job. So again, Kane is back up a little bit. Second and about 12 for Harrisburg.
So they're under 50 seconds here in the first quarter. Everson, who came off last week, a big game, 441, 6 TDs. Everson with time, down the field. And that pass is absolutely complete to Carey. And when you give him time, that's what happened. You talked about that in the pregame a little bit, the development.
That's the development we see in him. He's able to, you know, get the ball, stand tall in the pockets. You know, look at you saw the footwork. When a quarterback's footwork is on point, their ball delivery looks amazing, and they get the ball where they need to. You sink that ball right behind the linebackers in front of the safety, first down.
Although we got a flag down. What do we got, Archie Smith Jr.?
I think we got either false start or offsides. Most likely they always goes for the offense, so that will be false start.
Wow, so this will come back. Amazing play. Now they're back again. And again, those penalties.
So these penalties are coming back to haunt the Cougars right now. That's going to be first down and 15. The ball's going to be spotted at the 26 for Harrisburg. Everson, time. Trying to step up, trying to get out of there now. Felt the pressure, still on his feet. Backside gets jumped on, really. I don't know, initially it came up to get him. I missed that one, Jerome.
I think that might have been Smith, number 44. You know, again, that defense, not a lot of places to go. It was good coverage on the back end.
So let's take a look at it again here.
So the line seemed to do a good job initially.
Cameron Sansoni put a lot of pressure on that far right side.
Yeah, Burkhart was on that play as well.
Yep.
So those, you know, those two big guys doing their thing.
All right, well, that's in the first quarter. We'll have more at Landis Field after these messages.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Call Logan or Warren Stumpf at Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Welcome back. It'll be second down in 16. Look at the penalties. Central Dauphin 1 for 5. Harrisburg 5 penalties already for 35 yards. Tonight's broadcast is brought and sponsored in part by OSS Health, Giant Foods, and Capital Region Insurance tonight. Happy to be doing this game here. Commonwealth matchup. Both teams 2-0. Kane Everson, shotgun formation. Quick pitch to Plant. Plant left side. Plant finding some, crossing the 30-yard line. Good run. That's going to help a little bit.
And I think that's what's been the big difference with Harrisburg is you're seeing Kane not only doing his thing, he's getting the ball into the skill position players, and we know Harrisburg always seem to have a good many of them. You see that line getting out and doing a good job blocking, so they're very good as well. Big guys up front moving very well.
Marquise Holton coming up to make the tackle. Third down and 9. Ball on the 32 for Kane Everson. Trip receivers right, single receiver left. Everson with time. Got a man open across the field, throws it high, hangs it high. Intended receiver was Gant. Gant was open from the get-go. Arch, I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if that was blown coverage or what, but Kane Everson with time, he had Gant.
You can see he's talking to him. He's telling him now, watch these two go up to him, talk to each other, say, hey, Kane thought he was going to go up the field. He came across the field. So all these two will go together, talk to each other, and come back. And, guys, don't forget that we're going to see that play again.
Yeah, we definitely will. And I think, Archie, you're right. He was thinking they were mixed up in what they were doing. And I think if Gant would have went deep, that's where Kane was thrown.
Yeah. You could tell when I tell you what, that play will come back again. They'll get Gant next time on that one.
But well defensed as well by Central Dauphin.
Give them credit.
They were right where they needed to be. So, again, just good job defensively. Defensive game.
Kane going to set to make the kick. Left side, he does a little bit of everything. Going to get a nice one off. It's going to take a roll for Harrisburg, crossing the 20. Boy, that's a great kick for Kane Everson. That's going to help out a little bit, keeping Central Dauphin backed up there around the 20. Right now, this got a, I don't know, this game's just got this weird, I don't know, 5-0 baseball score.
Yeah, see, I don't see it as weird. I just see it as defense.
Defense.
You know, when you see two good defenses come together, scoring the ball is going to be hard to do. I mean, you're going to have to come up with something.
You know I'm an offensive man.
I know
you're a defensive guy. And by the way, everybody out there tonight, this is this fine young man's birthday tonight. So I want to say happy birthday to Jerome Presley, man.
Thank you very much.
I love you, buddy. You know that.
I love you too, man. Thank you.
So it's 1st and 10, the ball on the 17-yard line. Hoffman, the senior, shotgun formation, trips to the left. He's going to put a receiver. Yeah, receiver in motion. He's going to dump off to Burkhart. Burkhart's going to cross the 20, 25, be shy of the 30.
And again, you know, Central Dauphin is perfectly comfortable with methodically taking the ball downfield. And again, that's just good play development. You see Burkhart slip out into the area, a flat area of the field. They're able to get the ball to him. He's able to get upfield, get north-south. So again, they're going to methodically do their thing. Big plays make, you know, it seems like in this game, Ty, we may not have a lot of big plays. At least we haven't had any right now.
Well, it's 1st and 10. The ball's at the 29-yard line. There's a flag down again. And that's on CD.
And this is like a replay of what happened to Harrisburg.
Exactly.
A team gets one of them gets the first down, and then all of a sudden a penalty on the next play brings them back. So both of these teams are going in the opposite direction, negating any. We don't have any huge plays, but play that gets your first down, get the first down, and then go backwards.
Well, it'll be 1st and 15 now. Ball on the 34. Actually, it's Burkhardt right side.
And the thing is, you know, with this running game, with the defense is doing what they're doing, you can't abandon it, because in the fourth quarter, those 2-yard gains can become 6, 7-yard gains. So, you know, teams are stopping it right now. But again, you know, Harrisburg has that big Texas A&M recruit sitting in the middle, number 1, that's flowing to the ball, and the defensive line is making sure they're keeping him clean so he can make tackles, and he's doing it on that end.
The ball's on the 26-yard line. 2nd 13. Hoffman stepping up, dumping off, waiting for the play to develop. Clemente with the catch.
And that was a well-designed play. Clemente coming across the field. He's open, able to just get open and make a play, first down. And let's see if Central Dauphin can keep the offense going forward without a penalty.
Hoffman he looked like he was struggling seeing over the offense and defensive line a little bit.
Line held up. The offensive line held up well.
He just got a little bit where he just had to wait till the play developed. He did, and it paid off. Burkhardt, my goodness, just running hard, old styles. I mean, that is like...
He's old school. Old style fullback. That's straight ahead. You know, you don't see him make all this cuts and stuff. He just goes north-south.
It's straight. Physical straight.
And that's why when you see this man, you know, he's very well built. I mean, this guy works out. He works out hard so he can take this pounding the way he is right now.
So it's 2nd and 4. Hoffman going to roll right. Looking downfield, it's complete. Finding his receiver now. He and Clemente are starting to hook up a little bit. He and Big Nicky.
And you're just seeing a rollout, delivered the ball right to Clemente. And again, he's doing very well in that secondary, just running good routes, good pass.
1st and 10. Nichols almost blew that play up. But somehow Burkhardt stayed on his feet, and then Jai Burney had to come up to make the tackle for Harrisburg.
So again, you see this, the Central Dauphin offense is finally getting something going, and we've talked a lot about the Harrisburg offense. Central Dauphin put up 35-17 against Carlisle, 37 points against Cumberland Valley. But before that season, I mean, before that, the most points that they scored was probably 23 in the first game. So you've seen the offense explode a little bit in these past 2 games for Central Dauphin.
Give on the right side is Daniel Ficca. Ficca get his first carry of the game.
It looks like this is going to come back. There is a flag on the field.
Could be holding on Central Dauphin on that right side, it looks like.
Is that first down?
That's exactly what it is. Holding against Central Dauphin. So 2 good plays and a penalty.
Yep.
Good play, penalty.
The trend continues, Todd. And again, both of these coaches, you know, definitely not going to be happy with the penalties that are happening for both teams.
So it's 2nd and 21. The ball is on the 46-yard line for Central Dauphin. Hoffman going to look over to the right, get the play. Going to roll his left side. Fire it complete to Lesher. Lesher's going to be wrestled down by a whole lot of Harrisburg Cougars.
And that's just a good route. You see a combo route there. Just, you know, when you have a zone, you overflood the zone with numbers, and that's exactly what you got. You have an out, and then you have a curl behind it. And again, he just sits down. Number 25, you know, for Central Dauphin, that is Lesher, just sits down in the zone and is able to get that ball.
All right, so it's 3rd down and 9. Ball on the 34. The play clock's going to run down, I think. Down to 1, so they're going to have Central Dauphin's going to take a timeout. I was worried about that. I didn't think they're going to get the playoff. We'll be right back with more on Landis Field after this.
Living proof of the difference you can make when you're all for health. Highmark Blue Shield.
Players from all over the state of Pennsylvania will be trying out for the Team Pennsylvania and Advanced Hoops Boys and Girls AAU team. Advanced Hoops is the leader in AAU basketball in South Central PA. Tryouts for spring teams are October 27th. For more information, go to advancedhoops.com. We're back 5-0, third down and 9 for Central Dauphin. Right now, it's just a long play. You get a couple good plays, Jerome. We've been talking about it, and a penalty to back both teams up, but it's happening to both teams. Central Dauphin's got an opportunity here, though. 3rd and 9, ball on the 34-yard line. Well, stay tuned. At halftime, we'll have our CRIA, Capital Region Insurance Agency stats, and our Highmark highlights at halftime. Also, it's homecoming tonight, so there's some festivities here at Central Dauphin for their homecoming.
And that's Burkhart. Burkhart meets Andre White.
Boy, that was a collision. That was an old school collision. Take a look at it again here. Burkhart, boom, White. Well, they're going to bring a field goal attempt again. So 46 yard. He's already got a 43-yarder tonight. Derek Krug. Krug set to make his kick. Clemente with the hold. Hold is down. Leaned a little bit. Krug's kick is going to be left, and it'll be no good.
He had the leg. He definitely had the leg.
They're not afraid to use him.
No, not at all.
But McNamee.
Not at all. They're thinking, hey, we're going to try that.
This crew is not afraid.
Not afraid at all. I mean, you figure he hits those. I mean, this could be decided. This game could be decided on a field goal the way these teams are playing defensively.
There's no doubt about it, Jerome. And I mean, Central Dauphin has a guy that can put it up there from 40, and they bring him on with confidence.
Oh, exactly. That's the way. That's the way to say it, with confidence. Oh yeah. 46 yards. Yeah, we're going to pull him out there. Yeah, he's going to get that.
All right, Kane Everson will have the ball back. He and the Cougars, first down and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line, looking to get something going. Everson's give to Lamar Johnson. Number 19, Lamar Johnson, is a hard runner, physical runner. He was hurt early in the season. Back in the game, you'll see him. Look how hard he runs. Big physical back. But Burkhart was there to...
And as good as that run defense is, you have to challenge. You have to run the ball on them. So them using Johnson, you want to see more carries out of them. Keep that defense honest.
Give and go. Let it be Everson to keep it. Everson crossing just shy of the 40. Crossing the 37-yard line where he went out of bounds. And that'll move the chains for Harrisburg. That's what I was kind of waiting to see Everson do a little bit, where he takes it, looks downfield. Some of that's designed to have Everson do that. I want to take a glance to see if they'll actually take a look at hitting Gant downfield again. There's Plant across the 40-yard line, shot of 45.
Well, we know Kane Everson's ability to run the ball. He's almost close to 600 yards rushing this season with 7 touchdowns. So you know when he starts to get going in the run game, because he's hard to account for when you have a quarterback that's that experienced and that can run that well. He's been doing this for years. He's hard to account for. You can't. He's really hard to man up too because of how fast he is. So you're not going to have a linebacker, or you're going to have to shade him with a defensive back. Right. They usually aren't going to come up and tackle that well compared to linebacker.
It was 2nd and 6 from the 41. Everson left side hard. Burkhart will make the tackle along with Sam Schmidt. So it'll be 3rd and 6 from the 45. Make it 3rd and 2, actually. He did pick up a couple. They're going to bring Lamar Johnson back in, along with Gant.
And again, this is another big 3rd down for both teams here on the 45-yard line of Harrisburg.
3rd and 2. Johnson, nothing to happen. Burkhart coming up to make the tackle along with, man, I tell you what, that's Mason Griffiths coming up, the senior. He's 222 pounds. They have got a linebacking core here.
And Selby, number 23, was also involved in that. I mean, you see, he's the one that initially shut it down, and then a host of other players came and just made the play. Griffin, and sorry about that, Griffin came up and made the play. Just, you see a good flow, good penetration from that defense.
Those Griffiths come up to make the tackle, so Kane's going to have to punt. Kane Everson's put on to do a lot. Chimente back to receive for Central Dauphin. The punt. And is there going to be a timeout, Harrisburg? Or Harrisburg's going to take a timeout. We'll come right back here at Landis Field with more.
I am anything I want to be.
I am one of the faces of Commonwealth Charter Academy.
I go to school online, tuition free.
I learn best at my own pace.
My own pace.
I see school differently. I learn from anywhere.
From anywhere. I'm an artist.
I'm a musician.
I am an athlete. I am anything I want to be. And I won't stop learning. I am CCA.
Join me today at ccaeducate.me.
Well, High School Sports Live is proud to partner with Mazzetti and Sullivan, a provider of substance use and mental health counseling, a service for teens and adults at 4 convenient locations across Central PA since 1983. Visit them at mazzettiandsullivan.com or call 1-800-809-2925. Mazzetti and Sullivan. We listen, we help. All right, 3:02 to play. 4th down and 5. Kane Everson will come on to punt for Harrisburg. Central Dauphin getting that stop they need. Up 5-0. 3:02 to play here before half. They'll have plenty of time to see if they can put another one in. Kane Everson fakes the punt, goes over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. His intended receiver was Andre White. Man, he had Andre White. That was a tough play. Archie, I kind of like the call, taking a chance there. Fake the punt. Now Central Dauphin gets the ball with good field position.
Guys, that was an excellent call. Man, that was a great call, but we just needed to make the catch. And if you're going to throw it to some person, why not throw it to one of your best players on the team?
Yeah, look right here. He had Andre White just lofted a little bit high.
Yeah. And again, you know, your offense has struggled, so you take a shot. Take a shot, and Harrisburg took a shot.
Look at our total yards. Harrisburg was 60 total yards. Central Dauphin with a total of 121 yards so far. Got flags down.
Another penalty. Once again, brings it back where, you know, both teams are shooting themselves in the foot with penalties. But again, let's talk about that fake again. I mean, you know, you both defenses are really playing stout. You need to get a spark. Try to find something to do. Harrisburg comes up with an amazing call on a fake that, you know, it doesn't get executed. But, you know, you got to give an A for effort.
Lesher with the carry. Not much there. John Burney coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, Burney's one of those stout linebackers, 5'7", 210 pounds. Sometimes running backs may not see him as he comes through, and he bursts through, and he's stout. I mean, this guy's strong. He comes up, just makes the play. Good defensive effort. And again, when you know him alongside with Andre White Jr. in that linebacking core, those two they play very well, shutting down the run for Harrisburg.
So 2nd and 16. Hoffman, pressure. Nichols comes backside. Backing the ball is loose. Harrisburg gets it.
Nichols is balling. Number 21 for Harrisburg coming off the edge. And he's relentless coming off the edge with speed. And it doesn't even give, you know, Hoffman time to set up before Hoffman's drilled from behind.
Deontay Nichols has played an absolute great game. Comes backside, drills Hoffman. Hoffman fumbles. Harrisburg recovers. Now that's a little excitement to get the Cougars going. And this sideline on here on this Cougar side is very excited about getting that turnover when they needed it. Big play here. Take a look at it. Nichols been playing this all night. Boom. Ball down on the ground.
And that was just sheer speed. I mean, he got around that end very quickly. Sheer speed, and it just, there you go.
And now Plant goes right side, trying to get some things going. Harrisburg crowd looking for a flag, possibly. So making that fumble recovery was number 52 for Harrisburg. That's Shaquan Carter-Barton.
And Todd and Archie, sometimes all you need is a spark, and the defense can give it to you and energize your offense. And that seems like that may be what has happened for Harrisburg.
It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 37. Bunch trips to the left side, single back. Everson gives to Plant. Plant left side, running hard, crossing the 45 or 35, excuse me, to the 30.
And that's a tackle by Sansoni, number 59, able to come up and make the play. And we've called his name a lot in that Central Dauphin defense.
So it's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Harrisburg waiting for the play. Single receivers to the right. Now there's 3 receivers. Put Plant in motion. Everson, left side.
And that's what he does, but it looks like we're going to have a play. This could be blocking the back against Harrisburg.
There's 2 flags.
Well, we got 2 flags down on the play here, so let's just see it. We got
another one.
Another flag came out. So.
Hey, get him over here. Pump fix.
So we have a block in the back. We have.
Pump fix. Pittman. Pump fix. Don't show it yet. Pump fix.
No. There's so many flags now. Let's go down to Archie Smith Jr. on the play. Archie, I thought I saw 3 flags on the ground, and they were coming in from everywhere. What do you got?
Well, what we had was we had a block in the back, and the second flag you seen when it came from the back judge, which he has to make that call too. So it was both flags are for the same play.
Okay.
We okay? Is everybody okay?
Yeah, we had a lot. You know, it just seemed like they had flag on top of the flag.
Yeah, we were trying to figure it out.
Well, it's a great job to just let you know that all referees see the same thing, and every ref is on their job tonight, guys.
Okay, thanks, Arch. All right, it'll be 1st and 10. Ball, 1st and 13, excuse me. Ball on the 38-yard line for Kane Everson and the Cougars. Everson looking downfield. Do it to the wrong side, incomplete.
And that was a good defense of effort by number 3, Clemente. Very good defensive effort.
All right, 2nd and 13, 1:24 to play. Harrisburg looking to put something on the board. Ball on the 38. Trips receivers in a bunch to the right side, a single receiver far left.
Watch Andre White at the slot receiver, guys.
Dump off is to Hope, Kevon Hope.
And that was just good defense by the cornerback, Tyrese Fuller. And that's how you feel from the cornerback position. You got to learn how to tackle. You cannot be a corner in football and have a good defense and not be able to tackle. Right. And Tyrese Fuller comes up from his corner position, makes a good tackle, brings up a 3rd and long for Harrisburg.
Well, Central Dauphin's going to want to take a timeout. Look at that crowd tonight. It's absolutely beautiful.
It is.
Thick. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more right after these messages. Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction. Well, we got a big 3rd down for Harrisburg. Now, Harrisburg is 0-3 on 3rd downs. Tonight, we want to thank our Travis Sparks, our stats guy, who just does it for us every night. Friday night. The guy's on it. 1:01 to play, 3rd down and 10. Again, 0 for 3 on 3rd downs are Harrisburg. So we got a bunch triple receivers to the right, a single receiver left. Everson with time, looking downfield. And it'll be dropped. The ball was there, thrown to Dante Kent. Incomplete. He hit him in the hands with it.
Right in the numbers. Kent drops the ball. That was open, and you saw Fuller trying to make up ground. Looks like it was a post corner route, and just had Fuller shaking. He bit on the post and the corner route, and Kent just drops the ball. Would have been a short touchdown for Harrisburg.
I mean, you saw it on the screen. It hit him right in the hands.
It did. So I think, again, those are the plays that you need. Those are the spark plays. You had the defense. They did their job. You get the ball back. 3rd down. You had the perfect play call. Post corner. Route is excellently ran. Kane Everson delivers the perfect ball. And, again, a drop pass that would have been a short touchdown. What do you do?
I don't know. Arch?
I mean, in a defensive game like this, that's the kind of play that could win you a game.
What I'm seeing, guys, is they're using trips to one side and trying to isolate the backside, because Central Dauphin is playing a lot of one safety high. So they're trying to, which leaving the middle of the field wide open. So they're trying to hit the post, they're trying to hit the backside one-on-one fade, or they're trying to hit like a dig square in coming across the middle of the field, guys. What do you think, Jerome?
Yeah, and in that one was, like I said, a post corner. I mean, he stuck his foot in the ground and just went straight to the corner. It was a perfect route. And again, Fuller just bit on the post. So, wide open, and you just got to pull that in. I mean, and again, that's the play, Archie, you circle to come back to, because that was, I mean, you got to try to hit that.
Anytime, it's just like in the NFL or in college. You challenge your guys to win the one-on-one matchup. It's the same way being a DB. You have to win your matchup, and then right there, you as a receiver, you win your matchup, and the ball is placed perfectly. You have to make that catch.
Yeah, it was thrown. I mean, it was a great ball.
And again, it's good you said that. We continue to talk about the development that we've seen from Kane from 4 weeks ago to today.
Yeah.
I mean, you see a confidence difference. You see a polished passer. I mean, when we've talked about this previous games, we've seen some amazing quarterback play, this whole season.
Right.
Quarterbacks that are really, they're way above what you've seen years ago.
Look at this formation, guys.
So we got a different looking formation. Kane Everson going to roll left. Stay on his feet, look downfield, and fire it. It's going to be complete. And it'll be knocked out of bounds at 2-yard line, but then we got a flag down.
Another flag. What's the flag? And this will hurt if it's against Harrisburg.
Now,
them.
What can happen, guys? By that formation, you can have an illegal man, which was a skilled position down the field. It's a thing called that's coming up right here, guys.
Now they got to talk it over. They don't really, I'm not sure right now, Arch. We still don't have a call. So we'll get it to you when we see it. Now Harrisburg says it's going against Central Dauphin. Central Dauphin obviously are going to plead their case.
Well, actually, Harrisburg is trying to plead that, hey, I was on the line. I let you know I was on the line. I was not in the backfield. Illegal man down the field, guys.
All right, they're going to call legal man downfield. Thank you, Archie.
There you go. And again, like I said, that's a killer penalty, because once again, you come back with a big play. You have a different formation. You have a different formation. Kane uses his athleticism to get outside. And I'll tell you what, not many teams can do that play. They don't have a quarterback fast enough to get outside to do that play. So that's a very interesting design. And again, it's negated by a penalty. So big play that's called back. Both teams have had some plays, and both teams have experienced plays being called back due to penalty.
I don't know. I mean,
well, that's the one thing. When you have those funky formations, you know, everybody has to do their job within them because it looks very different.
Right.
And you got to make sure that the officials know what you're doing a little bit so that they know what to call and where to call it. And anyone can get out of line. You can be lined up in a skill position, but you're not a skilled player and not counted as one.
So Everson's going to punt.
Who's number 11? Now, Seymour, what are you doing? He's not covered. He was not. He was on that line of scrimmage.
All right, so I got to see where the ball actually was. Where they spot that ball.
You just got the ball and threw it back in the play. But you got to like down it down. You got to hold that thing.
So they're going to bring the ball out to the 5. Let's take a look at it again. Everson's punt. And it's going to take a roll.
And look where his feet.
He was inside. Okay.
Inside.
Yeah, he was inside.
So that was an easy one to call. So it'll be Central Dolphins ball on the 20-yard line. So again, 5-0 with 37 seconds left in the half. And the clock's ticking. I mean, think about this. You know, we've talked about this game, how important it is, and we're seeing how defensive this game has been. Both are doing the same thing. Both are coming out and smacking each other in the mouth defensively, and it's just amazing to see this kind of game between these two teams.
Well, Central Dolphins going to be happy with the 5-0 lead. They're going to go into half. We'll come right back. We'll have our CRIA stats, our Highmark halftime stats, or highlights. At halftime also, it is homecoming. I mean, we're going to go down the field here in a few seconds here. Grace Grill is going to be talking to Coach McNamee on the sideline, but it is homecoming, so we're going to have our homecoming festivities here. 5-0 Central Dolphin over Harrisburg. And let's kick it down to Grace Grill, who's standing by with Coach McNamee. Grace?
Coach, despite the penalties on both sides, your team has been able to capitalize on them. How big is that in a game like this?
This is an incredibly physical football game. There's going to be mistakes on both sides. The team that makes fewer mistakes, I think, has the best chance here, and that's why at halftime we're going to talk about cleaning those mistakes up, putting ourselves in a better position.
All right, thanks, Coach. Todd?
All right, Grace, thank you. So he's just going to talk about, you know, they get a 5-0 lead. They dodged some bullets, really, first half-wise. I tell you what, they were beat a couple times, and, you know, that last play call, well, before that, Everson puts the ball in his receiver's hands. It's good enough to be 6-7-0, 6-0, you know, at that point. But it's halftime. Central Dolphin 5-0. They're happy to go in. They had the ball back with 37 seconds, took a knee, going to go in, talk about it. As Coach McNamee said, up 5-0 here on homecoming. We're going to have our CRIA stats and our Highmark halftime highlights coming up, but more importantly, it is homecoming. So we're going to stay in and do some homecoming stuff here in the festivities. We'll come right back with more from Landis Field.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Well, welcome back. It's halftime, 5-0 Central Dauphin. It's also homecoming. We're going to hand over things to the PA announcer here at Central Dauphin and allow those fans at home to listen and view the 2018 Central Dauphin homecoming festivities.
Let's start to meet the members of our Let's meet the 2018 members of our homecoming court. In our first court tonight, we want to welcome Alexia Brown. Alexia is being escorted tonight by Eamon Wrightstone. Alexia is the daughter of Andrew and Jennifer Brown. She is a section leader in the Central Dauphin Marching Band, Drum Line, and Wind Ensemble. She's also a member of the National Honor Society and is active in CD's theater programs. Outside of school, she enjoys volunteering, writing, and reading. After graduation, she plans to further her education in journalism and communication. Eamon is the son of Catherine and Matthew Wrightstone. He's a section leader for the marching band and captain of the indoor drum line. Eamon is also a member of the National Honor Society and participates in many clubs, including a fall play. Outside of school, he enjoys taking part in social justice work by speaking on panels, speaking at events, and planning events that promote dialogue. After graduation, he plans to major in filmmaking with a minor in photography. Let's welcome Alexia Brown and Eamon Wrightstone. The next members of the court are Audrey Glass, escorted by Jacob Dahl. Audrey is the daughter of John and Jody Glass. She's the president of Student Council and a member of the National Honor Society, Four Diamonds, and the Criminal Justice Club. Outside of school, she's the treasurer of the East Shore delegation of the YMCA-run club Youth for Government. She also spends time working as a barista at the local coffee shop, St. Thomas Roasters. After graduation, she plans a further education as a political science pre-law major. Jacob is the son of Lynn and Jonathan Dahl. He's a member of the National Honor Society, Math Club, Spanish Club, and school tennis team. He's also helped to found the Central Dauphin Debate Club. While not in school, Jacob enjoys working with community leaders as well as serving as referee in soccer games. After graduation, Jacob plans to study computer science. Let's welcome Audrey Glass and Jacob Dahl. Next up is Taylor Brown, escorted by Christopher Merlot. Taylor is the daughter of Mark and Jackie Brown. She is active in Central Dauphin's musical and theater programs and is co-president of the A Cappella Club. She's a member of the National Honor Society and participates in Four Diamonds and Key Club. Outside of school, she enjoys volunteering with her church youth group and writing music. After graduation, she plans to further her education in the biology field. Chris is the son of Perry and Andrea Merlot and the brother of Serena. He's a member of the Central Dauphin swim team, CD Singers, has performed in CD's fall plays, musicals, and children's theater, and is a member of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, Chris participates in the Susquehanna Youth Chorale, CASA Recreational Soccer, Marana Swim Club, and lifeguards at Coons Memorial Park in Lingelstown. After graduation, he plans to further his education in the field of biochemistry. Let's welcome Taylor Brown and Christopher Merlot. Next up is Brianna Flythe, escorted by Lauren Brown. Brianna is the daughter of Gary and Tanyelle Flythe. She's been a cheerleader for 14 years, the last 4 of which have been dedicated to the CDHS sideline and competition team. In her spare time, she volunteers in Chambersburg at a food kitchen to make their days better. She also plans to attend West Virginia University in the fall to major in business or psychology. Lauren is the son of Nicole and Larry Brown Sr. He is the president of the African American Heritage Club and a member of the Girls Empowerment Club, UNICEF Club, and Mock Trial. Outside of school, Lauren is a member of the Gentlemen and Scholars Program and enjoys volunteering at Homeland Center. Let's welcome Brianna Flythe and Lauren Brown. Welcome next to the court, Madeline Cherry, escorted by Isaiah Bojanic. Madeline is the daughter of Edward and Kristen Cherry and the sister to Rachel and Jake. She is currently overall chair for Four Diamonds Fund, president of the National Honor Society, manager for the wrestling team, and a 4-year high school varsity swimmer. In her free time, she loves coaching her summer swim team and volunteering, for which she was awarded a Presidential Service Gold Level Award. After graduation, the chemistry pre-med major. Isaiah is the son of Nakia and Michael Benkovic. He is a drum major for the Central Dauphin Marching Band and is a member of the National Honor Society. He enjoys participating in many school clubs and organizations, as well as volunteering with the lacrosse team and band program. He also attended the HOBY World Youth Leadership Congress, an organization in which he's an active member. Outside of school, he enjoys volunteering, researching, and slacklining. After graduation, Isaiah plans to double major in pre-med and biochemical engineering. Let's welcome Madeline Cherry and Isaiah Bojanic. Elizabeth Ebert is being escorted by 2017 homecoming court member Joey Silvers on behalf of nominee and football player Noah Hoffman. Elizabeth, the daughter of Peter and Roxanne Ebert. She's been on the CDHS cheer squad for 4 years, helps with the CDYCA youth program, and is a member of the National Honor Society. In her free time, she enjoys participating in numerous clubs and volunteering. She will attend IUP next year to major in journalism. Noah is the son of Nicole Pasavic and Seth Hoffman. He has played on the Central Dauphin football team for 4 years and is senior captain. He's also volunteers in the community through the Community Connections program. Let's welcome Elizabeth Ebert along with Joey Silvers for Noah Hoffman. Our next member of the court is Zoe Weavido, escorted by fellow senior Drew Yoy on behalf of nominee and football player Adam Burkhardt. Zoe is the daughter of Heather and Bruce Weavido. She's senior class president, co-president of the Art Outreach, member of the National Honor Society and Student Advisory Council, and is a varsity soccer and track athlete. Outside of school, she plays club soccer for Penn FC, works as a special facilities lifeguard and hostess, and volunteers through her church and youth group. She plans to study biomedical engineering after graduation. Adam is the son of Alicia and Glenn Burkhardt. He's a member of the National Honor Society. He's also played in the Central Dauphin's varsity football team for 4 years and is a captain. Outside of school, he volunteers for community service events through the Community Connections program. After graduation, Adam plans to continue his football career and majoring in cyber forensics. Let's welcome Zoe Weavido, escorted by Drew Yoy on behalf of Adam Burkhardt. Next member of the court, let's welcome Sadie Smith, escorted by fellow senior Matt Silver on behalf of nominee and football player Tyler Lesher. Sadie is the daughter of Michael and Diane Smith. She's a member of the National Honor Society, captain and 4-year varsity cross-country runner, and varsity lacrosse player. Outside of school, Sadie's an assistant swimming instructor and a member of the Mountain View swim team, the Edge Youth Group, and the senior tap production company at Company Dance. After graduation, Sadie plans to study kinesiology at Penn State University. Tyler is the son of Tony and Sherry Lesher. He's a varsity football player and a member of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, Tyler plays CDABA basketball, volunteers for multiple community service events, and lifeguards at the Heatherfield apartment pools. After graduation, he plans to major in business. Let's welcome Sadie Smith with Matt Silver on behalf of Tyler Lesher. Next member of the court is Alexis Schwab, escorted by Mitchell Talbot on behalf of nominee and football player Mason Griffiths. Walking with them are homecoming princess Peyton Swigert and homecoming prince Hayden Shearer. Alexa is the daughter of Dan and Patty Schwab. She's the vice president of the class of 2019, a member of the National Honor Society, and a member of the Student Advisory Council. She's a 4-year varsity tennis player and one of the team's captains. Last year, she won a gold in singles and gold in district doubles with her sister for the first time in CD history. Outside of school, Alexa spends her time volunteering at the STEM Center she founded in downtown Harrisburg. She also loves spending time with her siblings Maddie and Sammy, and especially her 2 golden retrievers Lucky and Cal. Alexa plans to go to college after high school and wants to study business. Mason is the son of Tammy and Shane Griffiths. He has played on the Central Dolphin football team for 4 years and is currently a captain. He also played basketball for 4 years. Outside of school, he volunteers for community service events through the Community Connections program. After graduation, he plans to go to college, continue his football career, and study business. Peyton is the daughter of Michelle and Ryan Swigert and the older sister to Preston. She is in 2nd grade at Linglestown Elementary, and she plays softball for Linglestown Jaspers. She also takes hip-hop classes at Tappan Arts Dance Studio. Her favorite colors are pink and green, and her favorite movies are the Monster High movies. When she grows up, she wants to be a teacher. Hayden is the son of Derek and Jennifer Shearer. He's in 1st grade at Fishing Creek Elementary, where he wrestles. His favorite thing to do is build Legos, and his favorite movie is Jurassic World. When he grows up, he wants to be a policeman and a frog catcher. Let's welcome Alexis Schwab, Mason Griffiths, and our homecoming princess Peyton Swigert and Prince Hayden Shearer.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Drew Yoy will accept the crown on his behalf. And our 2018 homecoming queen is Brianna Fly. Congratulations, our 2018 homecoming king and queen, Adam Burkhart and Brianna Fly.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer, representing Pace Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
I am anything I want to be.
I am one of the faces of Commonwealth Charter Academy.
I go to school online, tuition free.
I learn best at my own pace.
My own pace.
I see school differently. I learn from anywhere.
From anywhere. I'm an artist.
I'm a musician.
I am an athlete. I am anything I want to be. And I won't stop learning. I am CCA.
Join me today at ccaeducate.me.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over 20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
No regrets. If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them. Erie Insurance.
Well, welcome back to our halftime report. Along with Archie Smith Jr. and Jerome Presley. I mean, 5-0 the game. It's been tightly contested defensively speaking. It's been kind of what we expected. Both teams have been very hungry defensively. Harrisburg had a couple chances. I mean, there was twice where I felt like, well, one ball was thrown right in the hands of the receiver who was going to walk in the end zone for a touchdown. So down 5-0. If you take a look at the first half, guys, I mean, really what set up, more importantly, a score for Central Dauphin was this right here. It's a safety in the graph. He was in the end zone. Central Dauphin gets that safety. And then a 43-yarder by Krug that went up to the upright. And that's the 5-0 lead right now that we have. Kane Everson came back with some great plays and some opportunities. Johnson up the middle. And then there was a couple turnovers that happened as a result, and right there's one of them. That fumble is what's going to set Central Dauphin up, but they didn't capitalize.
And this was one of those missed opportunities, and there were several. I mean, Central Dauphin dodged a couple of bullets on big plays, which kept, Harrisburg scoreless. But again, I mean, we're getting the defensive effort by both teams, and Nichols has been playing lights out for Harrisburg.
It was Dante Nichols all night, but right here, that ball thrown in the money, on the money to Dante Kent, and it dropped it. That would have been the go-ahead lead for Harrisburg. And look at the total stats inside the numbers. Archie, anything standing out right away?
Well, one thing that's standing out is what we always point out each and every week, guys, and this is that 7 penalties for 50 yards over there, and some of those penalties was crucial at crucial points of the game. Killed drives and actually kept Central Dauphin drive alive. Yep. So I'm looking for Harrisburg to settle down. They knew what they're going to see coming from Central Dauphin here in the second half, and they're going to play their style of ball. But if I'm Central Dauphin, I'm not letting off. I'm still playing aggressive. I'm still playing physical, and we're still pinning our ears back and coming out the Mr. Everson.
So total passing yards 80 by Central Dauphin 23. So not a lot there. First downs 5 and 6, very close. 57 rushing yards by Harrisburg, 30 as you see by Central Dauphin. That's our Capital Region Insurance Agency stats. You saw our Highmark highlights here at halftime, but 5-0 packed crowd, guys. I think I'm most impressed by the stands right now. You only see the gap of where the band's at, but it is absolutely full all around and 4 deep behind the fence line tonight. This is a big one.
I mean, like me and Jerome, we were trying to make our way to the, you know how we get here, like find the French fries and the ice cream and everything, man. We got out and got in the middle of the crowd, man. It was just, it's so hard to maneuver our way through, man, that we had to make our way back up here and get ready to broadcast again. So, I mean, the people are out. I mean, it's a great robbery, and actually they're getting their money worth. This is a great game that's going on, and it's no telling how it's going to end.
Yep, and sometimes in games like this, you know, you'll have such a tight defensive effort in the first half and then an offensive explosion in the second.
Right.
So, you know, who knows? It could also continue this pattern. So both teams have circled those missed opportunities on their sheets. On the Harrisburg side, they're circling it from, oh, man, we could have scored.
Right.
CD's like, yo, we had some holes. We got to make sure we don't let that happen again. So both of those situations, both teams will be able to address them.
I just wanted to point this out to you guys. Harrisburg never really got past CD's 35-yard line at all. And one of the things, also time of possession, Harrisburg had it for 8:09. Central Dauphin had it for 15 minutes. So, really, we might see that explosion second half. I think what Jerome's talking about, Archie, might be a possibility.
Hey, one thing that we like to say as football players, now the adrenaline is over. All right, now we're finna sit down. Now we're finna see football. We're finna see guys playing off their ability. Right. The adrenaline has come down on both sides right here now, man. And I think we're in for a heck of a finish, guys.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Thank you, Arch. Well, we got second half action. Harrisburg's going to have the ball. They got a fresh 12, 1st and 10. Ball from the 20 for Harrisburg. Just some missed opportunities for Harrisburg. We'll see what they go right away. Plant coming across left. Hillity ripped up again by Burkhart. And big number 73 coming up to make that's Jaden Baylor for Central Dauphin, excuse me.
And think about this time. Harrisburg on the season averages 42.6 points a game. They have 0 points right now.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That tells you a lot.
They're averaging 42. They have 213 points scored this season, giving up 66. They're outscoring their opponents 42-13 this year, and right now they're scoreless. Everson dump off. Plant left side picking up some yards. We got an absolute beautiful tonight. Temperature 61 degrees, humidity at 81% for us. That's nothing.
And actually for players, I mean, the temp has finally dropped because it did get a little toasty today, but right now it definitely feels better to play in. So these kids, you're not seeing a lot of cramping going on right now, and they just seem like they're handling the weather very well.
So it's 3rd and 1. Ball at the 29. Trips receivers to the right, a single receiver far left. Everson.
Look for Everson
stepping up the line. Yep. Everson gives a Plant. Plant across the middle. Across the 40-yard line. 45.
And that's what you want to do for Harrisburg. Get north-south, first down instead of Kane. I think CD was thinking Kane too. And hey, Everett, make sure we know why we're up here and we're not coaching.
Now Harrisburg's trying to go hurry up, trying to keep that matchup, keep Central Dauphin, some of their utilized players off the field, trying to hurry up. Plant, right side. Going to step up. Burkhart coming up to initially make the hit. And he's also hit by Kyle Minnick. And now we got a flag down, 2 flags coming out of nowhere. So maybe to be offset, it's going to go both. It's going to be personal fouls, probably on Central Dauphin and on Harrisburg.
We'll see what happens here. And again, you know, these officials, they're going to make sure that this stays clean. Making sure they're letting teams know we're not going to have that.
All right, so it's a personal foul. They eject.
What we have, guys, is a personal foul down here, and we got an ejection. Look like.
Who did they actually? Is that against Chimenta? Is that? I'll just wait till you get it cleared up for us, Arch. I think that goes against 3 on Central Dauphin side, and they're throwing him out of the game.
I think it's 23 that came in late. Guys, what you know that in an anticipated game like this, a physical game like this, man, around that power, man, things can get chippy. And remember, like last week, it's always the second guy who gets caught.
Well, I'm surprised to see a throwout, though. I mean, you know, pushing, that's one thing. I mean, you get the penalty, but in a game of this magnitude, the officials are throwing a player out for that. I mean, they're definitely exerting themselves and making sure they know that they got control of this game, which you got to give a hat off for that.
So we'll take a look at it again. There's Burkhart coming up to make the tackle.
It was number 23.
And 23 came in late hit, and then another shove.
And that's an ejection?
And that became the ejection. All right, well, you saw it. I mean, a little chippy. I mean, it happens. That ejection. Okay, moving on. Forward. 1st and 10, ball on the 37-yard line. Everson, pressure, backside.
And again, you see the difference in quarterbacks when they roll out. Kane Everson rolls out at top speed. So he's at top speed when he rolls out. It's able to throw on top speed. And on the other side, Hoffman rolls out. He's surveying the field. He doesn't have time on that back end. So you see two different situations when they roll out to throw the ball.
Two different styles rolling out, right? You're exactly right. Good call there. 2nd and 5, ball on the 32. Everson looking to the sideline, getting the play. Looking to put something on the board here. Triple receivers at far left side. He's got that single receiver, and Plant is his lone back. Play action to Plant. Going over the top. It's good. Complete to Kent. And now that hurry up, just that momentum push and shift for the Harrisburg Cougar offense. They want to try to keep those matchup utilized on that defensive side. So they're hurrying up, and Central Dauphin can't get the players in and out.
And again, this is a good idea for Harrisburg to change the tempo against Central Dauphin, and then you have a mistake.
All right, so got a penalty. Back them up another 5.
But that's how sometimes when you want to get your offense started, you change tempo.
Yeah.
And if you have the ability, now you have Kane comfortable in this system, able to go hurry up, that gets the defense off guard. They're not able to come in and substitute the way they want to. And and you have some like Burkhart that go both ways.
Right.
So it also can tire out a defense as well.
All right, so it's 1st and 15, the ball on the 24-yard line. 9:36 here in the third quarter. Everson pumps. Fires, throws, touchdown! Harrisburg Cougars on the board. They stayed with it, went back to Dante Kent, who dropped one earlier. Touchdown Cougars.
And Clemente just totally misread that. He was in perfect position at the safety position, jumped, he mistimed his jump, and wasn't able to get the pick, because I thought that was picked when it was thrown, and he wasn't able to get the pick. Touchdown Harrisburg.
Take another look at it. Just that little bit of pump, right over the top, had him.
I mean, look at that. He's right there.
It's misjudged. That's exactly right. That's a great call. 2-point conversion is good. Nice trickery. Wow. With this Harrisburg Cougar offense, you don't even have time to think about it.
And that was a statement offensive drive for Harrisburg. They went tempo, and it worked.
8-5, we'll be back after these messages.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Well, let's take a look at our last drive. Harrisburg effectively putting that drive together. 7 plays, 80 yards, 24-yard TD pass. Right here, take a look at it. One pump, boom. Over the top of the safety, touchdown, Harrisburg. And then I like the 2-point conversion call. The old fumble Ruski, look at that. Spins, hands off to the holder, 2-point conversion.
There you go.
They're pulling everything now. That was a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And well coached. I mean, I think when you think of Coach Everett, there you go, you see him talking to his team. They're getting hyped. They came out. And actually, the momentum kind of shifted to Harrisburg right before the half with missed opportunities. So I think now it's one of those situations where they feel good at where they are, and now they're going.
We got a game, everybody. Don't go anywhere. 8-5, Cougar. Central Dauphin looking to take the ball back. Clemente crossing the 20. Right side. And now that Cougar team is all fired up. And that's Dana Purdy coming up to make the tackle. He's getting that Cougar fan section fired up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Harrisburg is fired up, and you saw what happened. That offense has sparked this defense.
All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 22-yard line for Central Dauphin. Hoffman in. Single receiver. Hoffman dumping off. That's Schuler. That's Willie Schuler crossing the 30-yard line. And he'll be tackled from the backside by Kane Everson.
And again, can Harrisburg or Central Dauphin stop the bleeding and see if they can get this momentum back?
It'll be 2nd and 3. Ball on the 29. Hoffman dumping off, crossing the 30, and it's complete. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down as Tyler Leeser with the catch. Oh, did he actually? You know what? That's a 1st down. They got a marker. I missed that call.
Yeah, it looks like they did get it. So again, that's what's needed. Right now, Central Dauphin, you can't get outside yourself. They are a team that you methodically, may go downfield. They can't make mistakes. You're only down 8-5 right now. So they have an opportunity there. There's no reason to panic.
Hoffman right side. Not much at all. Guy Burney coming up to make the tackle. And he had some help there from Harold O'Neill. Take a look at it again here. Hoffman. It's kind of designed from the get-go. And then, man, there's just nothing. Boy, did he come up and get hit by Jai
nothing
Burney.
there.
He met number 4. All right, 2nd and 10 on the 32-yard line. 7:55 to play here, 3rd quarter. Momentum shift in favor of the Cougars. Hoffman, right side rolling, backside, tackled, dropped for a sack. Now they're really fired up defensively. And
another flag. And again, it's hard to see what happened here that's going to constitute a flag for Harrisburg.
That's going to be personal foul against Harrisburg. That's going to give Central Dauphin a 1st down.
Let's see it. Let's see the. Okay, so we see the sack.
Where's it?
Now,
what do you see?
Here's the problem with that, though. We saw a very similar situation on the other side. Penalty called. One guy gets ejected. And yeah, and I understand, I understand there's a 2-hand push to the helmet, but even that, I mean, and I know the calls, they're the way they are, but they're calling this tight.
Yes, guys, I did some investigating on that. It was a punch to the head, which led to the ejection, and I think this was more of a taunting call at the end of the play.
And I got that, and seeing it up here, I didn't see punch to the head on that first one. And I mean, they call the games the way they need to, but they're tight now, and this is a big game.
1st and 10. Hoffman with time. Under pressure, and man, he'll be hit hard.
This defense is fired up right now.
That's Brian Yates come up making that tackle. Yates just said no right now. I mean, right now we're getting some intense play defensively, as we talked about.
Absolutely.
But hard hits.
Defense is just coming up big. There's not that's a coverage sack. The back end did their job. And after, a quarterback just can't sit there all day before someone's going to come and get him.
Oh, yeah.
And that secondary did their job in the back end and able to get the sack for Harrisburg. And now his defense is just amped up right now.
That's 4 sacks for Harrisburg tonight. Hoffman rolling right, looking downfield. Incomplete. Jai Bernie in coverage. Bernie breaks it up. Bernie's starting to play very motivated right now.
Yeah, I think you just have the whole team right now defensively have gotten a shot of adrenaline. Everybody's playing really good. And again, that offensive drive has energized Harrisburg. So now, defensively, it makes it easy. And they're not thinking defensively anymore. In the first half, and Archie can attest to this, they were in think mode. Thinking about the counter, thinking about this, thinking about that. They're just playing. And when you're able to just play and peel your ears back and just go, you have better success, and that's what you're seeing from Harrisburg.
So it's 3rd and 12. Ball on the 41-yard line for Central Dauphin. Hoffman looking over top. Has his receiver downfield. It's complete across the 45, the 35, excuse me.
And that's Schuler, the big tight end, coming down the middle. And that's exactly what Central Dauphin needed, was a big play. And they get the tight end hitting the seam, right in between. Beautiful pass drop, right behind the linebackers, right in front of the safety. First down, big play for Central
Willie
Dauphin.
Schuler, 6'3", 210 pounds. Jet sweep. Ripped apart. Nichols coming up to make the tackles. Nichols has been the man all night long. Deontay Nichols. Now, if I'm going to give an all-steel mill award tonight, this man gets it, 21, and he's like, feed me. You know what? Feed him.
And as a defensive end, you want to stay home. Keep contained, stay home, don't get overzealous. And he's playing smart football, and that's exactly what you saw there. From his defensive end position, he stayed home, made the play again.
I like him at the next level. This kid gets after it. Hoffman rolling right. Nichols chasing him down. Dump off. Complete. Good open field tackle, but complete to Lesher. And that was Brian Yates also coming up, and Kane Everson coming up to make a tackle. Let's take a look at it again. Pursuit by Nichols. Dump off. Boom, look at that open field.
Yeah,
Jerome.
Just got to come up and make a tackle. That was number 9, Dante Kent. Came up and made the tackle. Solid tackle as well.
I'm an offensive guy getting excited. Like, you're seeing hits tonight.
You're on that offense, defensive stuff. It's football, man. It doesn't matter what you play.
All right. I'm settling down. 3rd and 10. Hoffman rolling right. Looking downfield. It's incomplete. So tonight, first downs evenly at 9. But this is incomplete. So again, Hoffman's going to roll right.
Well, you see Harrisburg, or Central Dauphin is trying to throw the ball, and that should have been caught. But they're trying to throw the ball now to see if they can get some of this momentum back. And right now, you got 4th and 10. And I think CD is going to go ahead and punt it away and try to play field position here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to punt. You never know.
They could fake. I mean, they're in fake territory, but we'll see. I don't know if you want to risk that here, unless you got a doozy up your sleeve.
Well, Central Dauphin's going to want to talk about it. They're going to take a timeout. They have a 4th and 10, and we'll be right back after these messages.
I can really buy local produce at Giant?
Yep, brought it in from our backyard. Well, not my backyard, but close.
Sweet. Find out about our backyard at giantfoodstores.com/local. Giant, the official grocery store of the Philadelphia Phillies.
All right, well, welcome back. You look at both first downs. Harrisburg 9, Central Dauphin 9. 4:57 to play. 4th and 10. Harrisburg sends the punt crew out. Or excuse me, Central Dauphin sending the punt crew out. Giving the ball back to right now. I tell you what, I don't know if they have an answer defensively right now for some of the play calls that I've seen out of Harrisburg Cougar staff.
Yeah, I mean, they just big plays, and now this happens.
Still got it off.
Way to recover.
Managed to recover it and get it off to take a nice roll outside of the 10. Wow.
That was a recovery there.
That's Kyle Minnick, who actually found a way.
Keeping his composure,
exactly.
And got it. And here, you actually, it ends up being a good situation for Central Dolphins.
Low snap, goes to his legs. Pressure on and got the punt off.
Someone's bearing down on him, gets it off, and actually it ends up being a decent punt where it puts Harrisburg. So it ends up working out. Disaster saved by composure.
All right, here come the Cougars. 1st and 10, ball on the 10-yard line. Central Dauphin looking for that stop or that turnover they might need to get the ball back.
Well, again, they got to quell the big plays. I mean, Harrisburg is hitting on big plays. They had near misses on big plays initially, and they're going to keep going with it.
All right, so Harrisburg's going to take a timeout. They didn't like something they saw. So look at total yards, 150. Central Dauphin, 143. We'll be right back after these messages.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Well, welcome back. Harrisburg want to take just a timeout to talk about that next play coming up. 1st and 10, ball on the 10-yard line. May now hold on to an 8-5 lead. The momentum shift here to start the second half has been in favor of the Cougars. Low snap, Everson handles it. Pressure, dodges it, dumps off, complete.
And that's just Everson being Everson right there. Able to escape the rush. Low ball, picks it up, able to escape the rush, has composure, delivers a first down ball.
That was to Rynell Gant. Take a look at it again. Low snap, handles it, avoids Burkhart's pressure, and then right there, Gant takes it from there.
And Burkhart bearing down on him too. And he's able to elude. And again, he is so shifty. I mean, shifty and elusive. And then when he turns on the jets, he's fast
he is.
as well. So when you have a quarterback that can do that and then throwing as well as he is, that is a weapon for the Cougars.
Harrison with two receivers, twin, right side, single, left side. Gant is his running back. Everson, time, rolling left. Looking downfield. Incomplete, or was it complete? Nope. Nope, incomplete. His intended receiver was Tonte Kent. That'll bring 2nd down. Everson taking his time. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 22. 4:10 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Kane left side. Looking for a block.
And there's that speed.
Crossing the 30.
Wow. You know, he puts it in the gut of the running back and then just gets upfield. And before you know it, he's a blur.
Got to move the chains. 1st down, Central Dauphin. I mean, we know that's kind of
And again, most schools, it's hard to practice against because most schools don't have somebody. You're going to have to put, a wide receiver or a defensive back in the scout team that can run to be able to do that, and you're not going to duplicate that execution. So that's always hard to prepare for when you have a quarterback that's dual threat like this.
1st and 10, Everson pumps. Gets out of the grasp there. He looked like he might be taken down. Looking downfield, he's going to hold it across the 40-yard line. Now he's moving and grooving, and he's going to pick up the 1st down.
Wow. He takes a play that was dead on arrival and turns it into a 1st down run just because of his speed. Look at his speed. He turns it on the Jets, and look how he outruns the Central Dauphin defense. Just outruns all of them and gets to the outside.
All right, so it's 1st and 10. Ball on the 43. Harrison shotgun formation. Now he has twin receivers left. Now he fumbles the ball almost. Woo, that was a dangerous play. Gave it to Plant. Not much there.
And Smith, number 44 for Central Dauphin, from his defensive lineman position, is able to make the play. You know, and that's what you want. You want to make sure your offense is rolling right now. You got a lot of things going. You got your quarterback working good. You got skilled players working good. The last thing you need is a turnover to energize this Central Dauphin defense.
All right, 2nd and 11. Ball on the 42. Everson left side is going to cross the 50-yard line.
Wow.
Cross the 45.
So in that situation, you had a defensive player that was there to make the play, and he can't make the play.
All right, we're going to take an opportunity to go over our student section where Grace is there. Miss Grace Creel. Grace, you're at the Mid-Penn Bank student section. Go ahead, Grace.
That's right, guys. I am in the Mid-Penn Bank student section. They've got their T-shirts, so thanks to Mid-Penn Bank. I'm here with Elise Watts. She's a senior at Central Dauphin. Is your team going to get it done tonight? I think we're going to win. How about you guys? Are we going to get it done tonight?
All right, thanks, Grace. Grace in the Mid-Penn Bank student section. So it's 1st and 10. The Cougars moving the ball. They're on the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Everson designed to try to keep it. Oh, he found a way to get out of it. And he's going to dump it off, and it's going to be incomplete. My gosh. Wow. Just when you think he's down, he finds another way. Second life.
Yeah, and these are the types of things that will wear out a defense. When you're chasing someone like this, you'll wear out a defense. And you have guys that are in position and they don't have the speed to get the angle. And they just can't do it. So, you know, just right now, it just tires out the defense. On that play, Burkhardt comes from nowhere and makes a huge hit. But this is taxing to a defense when you have this kind of athleticism at the quarterback position.
I agree. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 31.
I mean, Ty, you can do everything right and still not make the play.
I would agree. Everson, all kinds of pressure, finds, dumps off, stays on his feet, touchdown Cougars. Dumps it off to Carey. Trevion Carey.
And it looks like there's going to be a penalty as well, but it'll be against Central Dauphin. So it'll be a touchdown for Harrisburg. And again, Central Dauphin brings pressure. And Kane just reads it well, delivers a perfect ball. Touchdown, number 11. Carey makes the play. And Harrisburg is taking control of this game.
And you know what? Chimete did not wrap. The safety didn't wrap. Bumped him. He might have taken him down at least the 3-yard line. Right. Bumped Carey. Carey goes in. Let's see what they do here now. We're getting all kinds of different plays here. Will it? Going to go for the 2-point conversion. Rolling left is Everson. Oh, my. And there's going to be holding, I think, because that flag went down. So Harrisburg up now, 14-5. More after these messages.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambava family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambava family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambava family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambava family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambava.com.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
let's take a look at that last drive. Very effectively by the Harrisburg Cougars, momentum changing. It was because of this guy and his legs, Kane Everson, picking up a big one. He wasn't done yet. Momentum, pushing. Everson, again, avoiding all kinds of tackles, finding a way to get out. He'll keep it, go right side, pick up the first down. Come back, more action. Everson pumps, drops it off. Carey, who we think is down, but he's not down, gets that hand down, gets in the end zone, touchdown. And that was a very, very effective drive of Harrisburg.
And some scores from around the area, from the area teams. Milton Hershey up 25-0 on Trinity.
All right, players from all over the state of Pennsylvania will be trying out for Team Pennsylvania Advanced Hoops boys and girls AAU teams. Advanced Hoops is a leader in AAU basketball in South Central PA. Now, tryouts for spring teams are October 27th. For more information, go to advancedhoops.com. All right, Jerome, more scores around the area. You got them.
Like I said, Milton Hershey 25-0 over Trinity right now to half. East Pennsboro 54, Camp Hill 6. Northern is down 35-7 against West Perry. Halifax is up 14-12 on Tri-Valley. Carlisle is down 27-21 against Carlisle area, or against Altoona. Sorry about that. Susquehanna is up or tied 22-22 against Upper Dauphin, and Bishop McDevitt 35, Waynesboro 0. Currently in the third quarter.
Well, that last drive for Harrisburg, 8 plays, 90 yards. Shoot about 2 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. 2 minutes here to go to the third quarter. Harrisburg's going to, or Central Dauphin, is going to get the ball back.
But we've seen an offensive explosion, and again, and Archie can attest to this, it began before the half on the missed opportunity, big plays they had that they have now capitalized in the second half.
But what they've been seeing, guys, like we said during the halftime report, that Central Dauphin was playing aggressive, and Harrisburg seen that and started to capitalize on that. As you can see, that play that was just ran on the touchdown, it was set up from the 2 plays previous, and they're getting Central Dauphin to blitz, and they're just not making the tackles in the back on a elusive Everson, man, and he's keeping plays alive and dropping dimes, guys.
Well, there were 2 ways to wear out that defense. First, tempo. Second, Kane Everson. So now you had 2 drives where this defense had to run all over the place because of tempo and what Kane did. Now you have a possibly tired defense for Central Dauphin.
And not to mention that a lot of these guys are going both ways, guys.
That's right. I saw that, noticed that. That's Lesher on the kick. And Central Dauphin will now have an opportunity. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. It's been a fast game.
Yeah, it has been, especially when you cut down on the penalties, and you see these running plays that are happening. It's starting to chew up some clock.
Hoffman making the call on the line. Hoffman, standing in the pocket, stepping down. It's going to be incomplete. And that's Gant. Right side, crossing back. Touchdown, Harrisburg. By Nell Gant. Picks Hoffman off, takes it left, cuts back right, touchdown Cougars.
And that was the biggest play imaginable for Central Dauphin. They needed an offense to produce something, and instead a turnover happens, and now the Cougars are up big right now on Central Dauphin, and there was that play was not going to work. The coverage was really good on the back end, and Hoffman just threw it. Receiver, I think, fell down, and even if he was up, I don't even think he was in the area. That would have been picked anyway.
He was in the area. 42-yard interception return. Oregon. Wow. What a role reversal in this game.
I mean, you just see a scoring explosion in the third quarter for Harrisburg, and Central Dauphin is just shell-shocked.
Everson bobbles a 2-point conversion attempt. It's no good. We'll be back with more after these messages.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Call Logan or Warren Stumpf at Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Well, there was a flag down, so let's go down to Archie down on the field. Arch? I guess it wasn't. Okay, the 2-point conversion is a no-go.
All right, so what we had a personal foul, and what Harrisburg elected to do, either they could have accepted and then did the extra point over again, but they declined, and they're going to take the 15 yards on the kickoff. So either wherever Central Dauphin receives the ball, it'll be a 15 yards back, or they can take it on the initial kick and move the ball up 15 yards.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, third quarter. Here's the number. Inside those numbers that we've been looking at all night, Harrisburg has 170 yards. 170 yards in the third quarter, and Central Dauphin only has 30 yards. So that's been a big difference right now.
And again, this defense has lit up the field for Harrisburg in every way possible. Now turnovers are added to it, and I actually think the Central Dauphin defense is gassed on the other side. I mean, those 2 drives have really taken a lot out of them. They're not flying to the ball as they were, and I think that's just a good coaching decision. Sometimes you have to come out of half with a plan and execute that plan, and running tempo on that first drive, it was as if Central Dauphin had no idea this was coming.
Right.
And then once you wear him out one drive, you give the ball to Kane Everson, and then he starts scrambling around with that speed, and it's almost as if the Central Dauphin defense is in quicksand. So they have to get something going. Is the game over? By no means is it over, but you have to get something going on this when you get the ball back, and you have to score pretty quickly and try to establish something on offense.
Smith will take it up the middle, crossing the 25, just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll be wrestled down. Central Dauphin will have the ball and have an opportunity here. Really needing something to happen.
And again, you know, we have to give hats off to this defense. Both of these defenses, especially in the first half, but Harrisburg's defense has been able to prevail throughout the entire game, where we've seen breakdowns in Central Dauphin's defense. Harrisburg is still locked in defensively, only giving up 5 points today, right now, and so far shutting down this Central Dauphin offense.
The give was to Timmy Smith, getting his first carry tonight.
And again, with Central Dauphin, where are you going to get big plays from? I mean, do you have the ability to strike fast and take up chunks of yards? We've seen one. That seam down the middle of the field was a big play for him, but that's about it.
So it's 1st and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. Smith in motion. Hoffman, right side, kind of just stood up. And the Harrisburg defense is really coming to play now. Stop after stop, and that was Carter Barton on the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for Central Dauphin. Time winding down here in the third quarter, under 45. Hoffman to Smith. Smith spinning around across the 40. Shy of the 45.
Looks like he will have the first down.
But he'll pick it up, and he'll move the chains for Central Dauphin. That's something positive. Timmy Smith getting a second half action. Didn't play at all in the first half.
And they need that. They need some new life, some new blood in here right now, and some fresh legs, more importantly, for this offense and defense.
Well, it's 1st and 10. Ball on the 44. And the pass is complete to Smith.
So this has been the Smith drive right now.
He's only a sophomore. He's 5'11", 181 pounds.
And right now, just force feeding the ball, fresh legs.
He came out of nowhere, basically. Hold a minute. Wait a minute. Superman's in the game. I mean, Timmy Smith, who didn't get any first half actions in the game now. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We'll be back with more here at Landis Field.
Living proof of the difference you can make when you're all for health. Highmark Blue Shield.
I am anything I want to be.
I am one of the faces of Commonwealth Charter Academy.
I go to school online, tuition free.
I learn best at my own pace.
My own pace.
I see school differently. I learn from anywhere.
From anywhere. I'm an artist.
I'm a musician.
I am an athlete. I am anything I want to be. And I won't stop learning. I am CCA.
Join me today at ccaeducate.me.
All right, first down and 10, fourth quarter. Now Hoffman has 139 yards. He's thrown to 7 different receivers tonight. Hoffman. Dump off to Smith again. Smith kind of putting a little resurgence in that Central Dauphin Rams offense. Actually, that's Malachi Bowman, and sophomore in the game now. Another sophomore.
And that's what they need right now. I mean, just try to get some speed on the field and try to see if you can score quick and get some points. You get some points, then you're not out of this.
2nd and 1. Hoffman, the big tight end. That's Willie Schuler, the senior. To come up making a great tackle was Dante Kent for Harrisburg. 3rd down and 1. Man, good open field tackle.
It's very good open field tackle. These guys are flying around.
Jumping to the ball, stuff you can't teach right now.
And think about it, Todd, and Archie can attest to this too. Your best guy, Burkhart, goes both ways. Yeah. On defense, he's been chasing around Kane Everson. So you got to spell him, but when you spell him, you take him off the field on offense. Yeah. So, you have a tough defense in Harrisburg, but offensively, you're chasing around this guy, and now you need to give him a break. So, that, you have to go to some other guys so that you can give him a break.
All right, Jerron, I think that is absolutely excellent, well point made. And one thing that I'm looking at now that I done made my way back to the Harrisburg sideline, I'm watching Everson being able to rest. Remember, he started the game at safety. So these last couple series, he has been on the sideline resting now, and he's not having to chase these wide receivers around from the Central Dauphin. So he's able to rest. That's why you see his legs is real fresh. He's very elusive on offense, and he's been able to sit over here and not take that much of a beating out there on his body, unlike Burkhead. But here we go, a different tale of the game. Now these guys are going to get back in the game. We're going to see what we're going to have here, guys.
Thank you, Archie. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Big play here for Central Dauphin. Big play for the Cougar defense, depending on who you're rooting for. Ball on the 32-yard line. Hoffman. Hoffman going long, hard snap, count. His cadence, you can tell Tubbs hoping to get him to jump. He's going to look on the sideline, stood straight up. Taking her time. And the play clock went down to 2, so Central Dauphin's going to have to take a timeout. They're running out of time.
Yeah, and I mean, they're at a situation where, you got to keep going. You got to keep trying your best to get yardage and get this first down, keep this drive alive. The problem that I think Central Dauphin has is, they're now fighting against the clock. They've come out giving up a lot of points in the 3rd quarter, and now they're fighting against the clock, and you don't see the big play ability that you see from Harrisburg right now. So you're going to have to score. You're going to have to score fast at some point. Yeah. And right now, those methodical drives at some point will go against you. And so now they got to figure out a way to put points on the board quickly so they can get back into this game.
I thought their game plan first half, and Archie, you can allude to it too. I thought Central Dauphin came out with a nice dose of Burkhart early on, but I think playing both ways has, played a factor on Burkhart. But I mean, I'm surprised they didn't go back to the run a little bit when they got the ball. They feel like, now they're down 20-5, so I know they got to press. But, when they got the ball back down 8-5, I was surprised that they didn't go back to Burkhardt.
Todd McCall, I like that call right there, brother. I'm right with you on that one.
Burkhardt left side. And he'll move the chains to be first down.
And you see, I mean, he needed that breather, and now you see him come out and he has the speed. I mean, he's been going both ways all season, so he's conditioned to do it. But I think, like you said, now you were out of your game for a little bit and try to force some things. And again, let's give credit to this Harrisburg defense. They're flying around, and they're not easy to move the ball on.
Hoffman looking over top. There's flags down. I think there's a cramp. I think the big tight end, Schuler, come up with a cramp. But he was hit early. Is this going to go against the secondary?
Yeah, I think this will be pass interference on the Cougars.
Did you see it, Arch? It looked like pass interference down there.
That was the play that was attacking Harrisburg defense early, and it was working. As you can see, Harrisburg was ready, but if you have a big tight end versus some shorter DBs, they're going to win that situation every time.
It looked like the receiver just tripped.
He just dropped. And it's possible, like you called it, it's possible he just cramped up and went down, and then they're going to call it for pass interference.
That's exactly what happened, Arch. If you'd see the play again, he cramped up and fell. Nobody knocked him down. He got a cramp in his calf and just fell down. It looked like maybe somebody in the secondary knocked him down, but honestly, Arch, from our Invicta camera view, it didn't look like anybody hit him.
Yeah. Guys, I am standing right down here with a beeline view, and I seen the exact thing, and soon he went down and looked like he had 2 tennis balls in his calf muscle.
Yeah.
So I instantly knew what it was.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Well, it's 1st and 10. That pass interference call went against Harrisburg. Big tight end Schuler, who looked like he cramped up, is off the field. Hoffman. Going to take his time getting the play from the sideline. Hoffman fires. Pass is complete to Flesher. Coming gingerly off the field is Plant. Is Plant cramping too? Now it's going to get
that. Could be. And look at those cleats. I mean, he has, what are those like? What kind of cleats are those?
Yeah, it's a
like
cramp.
Rhinestones in them or something?
He's got a calf cramp himself, so you're going to have to work that calf cramp out. It'll be 2nd and 9. Hoffman going to roll left, got a backside pressure, can't get away, and Dante Nichols going to drag him down.
Yeah, he closes so fast. I think that's the problem for Central Dauphin is he closes so fast. When Hoffman's rolling out and he's coming from that backside, there's no way you can do anything there to get away from him because he just gets to your quarterback so fast.
Boy, I tell you what, Dante Nichols is
he was front side this time.
I mean, it's very rare we go a defensive player of the game, but if I was to call player of the game, it'd be Dante Nichols tonight. All he's done defensively. That ball's going to be incomplete.
Dangerous pass. That was a dangerous pass right there. Almost picked off.
He's going to Kyle Minnick, and it's you're right. Now it's 4th down and 13. Interesting play here. The ball's going to be on the 22-yard line. Hoffman pumps, rolls left. Keeps it, puts his shoulder down. And well short of the first down, so Harrisburg's going to have the ball back.
Another good defensive effort by the Cougars, and Central Dolphins' inability to get big plays. That means you got to go into grind mode, and again, they're uncharacteristically trying to do big plays, and it's just not happening. And this defense is just lights out. And there you see number 21, Dante Nichols, is playing lights out today. He's just hyped. He's not overthinking. He's just letting his athleticism take over, and he's caused so much havoc in this game for the Cougars.
And you know what? Let's go down to Archie Smith Jr. on the field. Archie, if you're a Harrisburg Cougar right now offensively, man, right now up 20-5, 8:48, grind his clock out, run the ball, mix the play call. What do you got?
Well, right now, I think Harrisburg is going to stay aggressive. I think they're going to pass the ball to get their backs up against the wall right now. As you can see, we got a timeout going on right here. Coach Cavendish wants to talk about it, but if I'm Harrisburg, I am trying to keep my guys fresh and healthy and move the ball and get this clock rolling.
All right, Harrisburg wants a timeout. We'll be right back with more after these messages.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Well, welcome back. 8:47 to play. 20-5 here. And Harrisburg gets the ball back, gets the hold they want. Be 1st and 10, the ball on the 19. Everson. Everson to Purdy. Come up to make the tackle is Marquise Holton. To be 2nd and 10. That'll be 2nd and 2, actually. Make it 3, 2. 2nd down and 2, the ball on the 23. Everson will take his time, managing the clock here. Give it to Plant.
And again, that's, for Harrisburg, you're up big, 8 minutes left in the game. You just manage the clock and try to get out of laying this field with a win.
Jaden Baylor came up to make the tackle on Plant.
And again, Todd, let's talk about, the team we saw early in the season and the different team we see today. And one of the things that I'll say that I see now is the confidence level of this group working together for weeks now. You see such a different team now. I mean, before you had a team that made tons of mistakes against Coatesville, a team that you can't make mistakes like that. One of the best teams in the state, possibly one of the top teams in the nation right now, that you can't make those mistakes. And you see a different team. They're not making those catastrophic mistakes. Of course, there was a little bit more penalized than they wanted here and there. Mason had some other penalties, had some other mistakes with the fumble. But when it came down to it, they come to life, and you see a team that's matured and grown together, and now you're seeing the potential of what they've been able to do the rest of the season. So they're for real. And both of these teams have another big game coming down the pike against a State College and Chambersburg. Right. Both of those teams are having very good seasons. Chambersburg came into this week 5-1 themselves with only 1 loss, and we know that State College is undefeated at the moment.
Looks like, man, tough injury to the right shoulder, and that's Tony Patterson.
Patterson's
that
big.
Shaquan. That was Shaquan Carter Barton, I think.
Yeah, and he's big for the line for Harrisburg. So again, hope that young man is okay.
All right, it'll be 3rd and 1 for Harrisburg. Everson's going to take it left side, and he got to the markers and picks up the 1st down.
And again, you have a situation where, as a defense, you're in position to make a play, and his speed just outflanks you. You're in position. Look at the defense. Look at where they are. 59. He is in position to make the play. Totally in position to make the play. And not able to because of what. And that's Cameron Sampson. He can't make the play.
All right, it's 1st and 10. Ball on the 26 for Kane. Give to Plant. He wrestled down from that backside. And that's Cameron Sansoni making the tackle for Central Dauphin.
Now you have a party going on over here at Harrisburg right now.
Yeah, the band is striking it up now, boy. It's 2nd down and 6. Managing the clock very well here are the Cougars. They're just chewing valuable time off. Continue picking up the 1st down markers from Kane Everson's legs. Excuse me. Everson right side gets the block and across the 35, so short of 35, maybe call it 34. So 6:17 to play. Really. 3rd and 2. That ball be spotted at the 34 for Harrisburg. Play clock down to 13. Everson did a great job working the play clock, giving it to Plant.
And another 1st down.
And they're going to move the chains.
And again, they're just controlling the clock now, and they'll grind this down if they keep getting 1st downs. And you see the energy level. The energy level is very different for Harrisburg. They're more fresh. You see Kane is taking some shots a little bit, but you see him bouncing around. Everybody's bouncing around, doing what they need to do.
I like what Plant did after that last run. Went right to every single lineman, hit him on the helmet, said thank you. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Plant lowers his head, runs right side. Marquise Holton will come up and make the tackle. Some pushing and shoving going on now, and a flag's thrown immediately. Flag immediately.
Yes, sir.
Jerome, you know what time it is. I think it's time for this right here.
Yes, sir. The hit parade. This is my favorite time. Oh, my goodness. You got guys being thrown down all over the place. Quarterbacks taking it on the chin as well. And, again, we don't show any hits that are, not clean hits. They're all clean hits, solid hits. And in a game like this, the physicality of this game and the magnitude of this game is huge. And you're seeing it every single contact from team to team. What a pleasure to call this game and call the defensive effort that we have seen today between Central Dauphin and Harrisburg. Hit parade.
That was our Invicta sponsored hit parade. We'd love to do that. 4:39 to play. Harrisburg just trying to wind this clock down. See if they can retain possession. Come away here and be, on the verge of 3-0 in the Commonwealth. It's 3rd and 7. All right, trips receivers to his left is Everson. Everson's going to roll that side. And he's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete, or picked off by Tim Smith. I'm not really sure. He floated the ball up there, and the sophomore Timmy Smith come up and made the interception.
Surprising call on that.
Take a look at it again. So he's going to roll. Wow. His intended receiver was Gant. And
I don't have much to say. I mean, you're up, 3:55 left to put this game away. I mean, and again, you're up multiple scores. I think that's just a call to try to cement this that way. So it's not a bad call if you think of it that way, being up 20 to 5 right now. And Central Dauphin has not been able to really do anything to you offensively. As a result, 5 points. Central Dauphin hasn't scored a touchdown today at all.
Andre White on the tackle, and that was...
From my point of view, it looked like he tried to throw it over to the defender.
Yeah, I think you're right, Arch, and it floated, and it was, I don't know, it just didn't throw it anywhere close to get. Will Schuler coming in.
No, you play defense. I mean, your defense has pitched a shutout offensively with the exception of a field goal. So, you know, at that point, but again, you're up big. You know, there's not going to be too much damage done. You know, it's 3 minutes left. There's not tons that CD can do. Even if they score, they would need to do more of that in a very short period of time.
Hoffman to Leaser.
Harrisburg give those up all day.
Central Dauphin just trying to continue that hurry up.
Unfortunately, the ball was caught inbounds, so the clock will keep going unless it's a timeout. And that's what it looks like you're going to get.
Looks like Central Dauphin's going to call a timeout.
What?
And we'll take one. We'll be right back after these messages.
I can really buy local produce at Giant?
Yep, brought it in from our backyard. Well, not my backyard, but close.
Sweet. Find out about our backyard at giantfoodstores.com/local. Giant, the official grocery store of the Philadelphia Phillies.
All right, well, welcome back. Harrisburg 20, Central Dauphin 5, 2:57 to play, and the cramps are starting to happen now. Hearts, I mean, we've had a warmer season. It stayed warmer longer. I mean, last year this time, a couple of times,
oh, yeah,
we pushed into October. It was cold, and so it's still cramp season big time right now.
Yeah, because you can see it. I mean, it's nice, it's breezy out here, and guys think that because of that, they can take a less of amount of water that their body will usually take.
Hoffman over the top. It's going to bounce up, and is it going to be picked off? I think it hit
close.
The ground.
Yeah, it looked like it hit the ground, but that was close.
I think that was a good ball. I think I like Chimenti going up and challenging the ball at the top, and the Harrisburg DBs also playing the ball at the top. And I know my man Jerome like DBs playing the ball at his highest point. And I like the time to take this time out to tell my man Jerome happy birthday, man.
Thank you very much, Arch and Todd. I did want to update another score that does impact this game. State College is up 32-7 on CD East. So you have State College is the undefeated team in this division, and we'll play both of them.
Let's go back to. We're going back to this last play where I thought Kane Everson intercepted this play. Look, so he'll get his hand under, and I'm thinking he's going to pop it up. I don't know.
Wow.
That thing's an interception.
That was a pick. That definitely was. That definitely was.
Hoffman back to pass. This time Kane Everson will get it. He's going to bring it out of the end zone.
It's like a punt return.
Why not? Down the sideline, Everson. Well, this time he made it good. Last time I think he picked it off legitly.
Well, and now let's talk about that, because not only was it, I mean, it wasn't called a pick, but not only that was brilliant. What happened? I mean, did he one-hand tap it up to himself?
He one-hand tapped it.
Wow, that was impressive.
And caught it.
Very impressive.
With his second hand. I mean, it was that good of a play. It's hard to call. I mean,
man, these some talented guys on this field, man.
A lot of talent. But here we go. Hoffman goes back. Kane goes, don't worry about it.
This is a punt return.
I'm playing center field, no problem. All right, so Harrisburg will have the ball back, 1st and 10. Ball on the 27. And it is an absolute party on the Cougar side right now.
It is.
That band is striking up. They're not stopping.
Yeah, the players dancing. You got the parents dancing, the fans dancing, the band is jamming. Everybody's, they're celebrating over here. And again, this was a contest. This was a good game. You go into halftime, and this was, this game was tight defensively. I mean, this was a defensive showcase, and then all of a sudden Harrisburg comes out at halftime, throw a little bit of tempo, mix a little bit of Kane Everson, throw a little bit of defense in there, and the next thing you know, you have a 20 to 5 point, score advantage. So, definitely turn the tables on this game totally upside down.
So it'll be second 8, 1:40 to play here. Plant going to go right side. People just getting tired now. All right. Harrisburg just trying to hold on to this possession so they can eventually take a knee here. So tonight the Harrisburg defense came up very effectively, had 5 sacks and 2 interceptions. So 5 sacks, 2 interceptions for the Harrisburg defense tonight. So, man, just hats off for those guys.
Well, think about it. Last week, gave up no points. Week before that, gave up no points.
Right.
Today, 5. So, I mean, that's huge.
All right, so again, we're going to go back to just the defense tonight, and even plays that didn't happen, like this play right here, tips off again, and then here comes Everson. Look,
wow.
One hands it, taps it in the air,
and then holds it,
and picks it off. But that wasn't called.
That was a pick.
I mean, that was just a great play.
I mean, when you see it in slow motion, you realize how difficult it really was. Taps it to himself, holds it, but doesn't even try to pull it in. He keeps it out there, and it's an interception. Doesn't get called. Brilliant play, and unfortunately that doesn't go on his stat sheet. Ends up getting a pick later, but that may have been the play of the night.
It was a great play. I mean, again, it wasn't called an interception, and hey, you know what? To the referee's credit, they only get a split second to see it. They don't get a replay.
Yeah, I mean, we get the advantage of.
We get the advantage. It was a great
crew,
play.
Doing their thing and their magic for us.
Who's done a great job. I mean, Chad Edwards, our producer, Kaylee Edwards, Josh Edwards, TJ Smith on camera tonight, Donna Lattimore on camera. I mean, we just got a lot of, and Hank and Aaron Henry on camera tonight. The Vicar crew, they come here way before we ever do and leave way later after us.
I know.
Man. They make it easy.
Make our
for
jobs
us.
easy, and I thank them for what they do. And again, getting us the shots like that, it's incredible.
I mean, they do this all the time, and I mean, they've made our 10 years, but you know what? We talk about it being 10 years, but it's been a long time. Our college football games we've done, the ESPN games we've done together, things like that. The Vicar crew's been behind it all the way. We love them all.
And we can't forget the arena football. Because, man, that's football, just juiced up version of football, how fast that goes.
I can tell you back to those days in arena football when we you could hit anybody over the middle.
Oh, man.
Safety was not an issue.
And then you could tackle somebody on the boards.
You can tackle people on the boards.
Yeah.
And remember, they rolled out the artificial turf, is that what you want to call it, on concrete.
Yeah.
And told the guys, go out and play 50 yards of football. Oh. Archie Smith Jr. would be on that arena football. Archie, to this day, I don't know how you survived playing on concrete like that to bring home that check. And the incentive was you got a little bit, $50 more for the win, man. Man, we miss them days, Archie Smith Jr. We miss them.
Hey, man, I do too, but I'll take this right here now, man, so my body can heal up, my brain can heal up, man, and be with you guys, man, and to cover this great game out here, guys.
I'm with you on that, brother.
We love you, Archie Smith Jr. Those were great days, man.
Thank you, guys.
And right back here, another pickoff. Hoffman's going to float it up in the air, and he's going to be picked off by Plant. And there's going to be 11 seconds. The Cougars will just have to come on, and all they're going to do is have to take a knee, and that gives us an opportunity to talk where we thought tonight our player of the game And our play of the game, we'll be talking about it coming up here in our post game. But, boy, that hats off. Hard-fought game on both sides.
Man. It definitely was. Emotional game to start off for Central Dauphin. Defensively, they came out and was a force. Harrisburg matched them defensively. I mean, you know, at one time, offenses were doing absolutely nothing. And then all of a sudden, towards the end of the second quarter, you saw some mistakes happen where Harrisburg could have gotten a couple of big plays. They weren't able to. And then they took that momentum, made some adjustments, came out at halftime, and now this sets up a pretty good showdown coming up. Actually, two. Central Dauphin still has Chambersburg on their agenda, as well as State College, and same thing with Harrisburg.
Right.
Both of those teams are doing well, with State College really a power right now. So this, you look at the Mid-Penn Commonwealth and what we've seen so far this season. You know, for the first time in a while, we see a down Cumberland Valley team that's really struggling to get a win. But, you know, when you look at the makeup of this conference, it's really, really strong.
Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Harrisburg wins this one 20-5. Post game after these messages.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
All right, well, welcome back. Harrisburg 20-5. Grace Creel's down on the field with our Hoffman Ford player of the game, Deontay Nichols. Grace?
Deontay, you guys came out the second half and just completely owned it. What got it done for you guys tonight?
We knew coming in the second half, coming in the first half. First half, our defense was stellar. Offense really couldn't get the ball move as much. So when we went in the second half, we made a lot of adjustments offensive-wise. Defense, we didn't have to make any. So defense, we came out hungry. Offense came out even hungrier. So we just came out. We knew we could win this game. We knew we had this game in the bag.
Now, I got to ask you about this Harrisburg band because they had me hype on the sidelines. Do you hear them when you're out there?
Yes. It's so loud. And they play a lot of good songs in the band. And our band is just so good. It gets us hype on the sideline. Like, you can see us dancing sometimes. It gets us hype on the sideline, and it just gets the crowd hype. They're a part of this team. I would really say they're, like, kind of the soul of the team.
Well, great game, and enjoy this win. Thanks, Deontay. Todd?
All right, thanks, Grace. And Deontay Nichols, we just thought he had an absolute great game.
Yeah.
I mean, defensively, there was 5 sacks. I'm sure he came up with 3 to 4 of those sacks and a sack for a fumble, forced fumble. It was a great effort out of him tonight. And now we're going to take a look at our play of the game. This is a pick 6. This is our Pizza Hut play of the game, and this was a no-doubter right here. Harrisburg and Central Dauphin battling all night, but right there, that play, that pick 6, and he cuts left, brings it all the way back to the right side, and Rynell Gant takes it to the house. And one more time, take a look at it. He's going to go all the way left. Wait a minute. Hook, start, come back. Speed kills. Absolutely. It's what we talk about all the time. And Gant walks into the end zone. And that's when just the tides absolutely turn for Harrisburg. And they come away with a 25-5 win. They're going to stay undefeated in the Commonwealth. They're going to be 3-0. State College, at this point, we know is still undefeated. That's going to be Central Dauphin's first loss in the Commonwealth. So it's still tight. You've mentioned a lot of things tonight. They both got to play Chambersburg, both got to play State College. But we had a great one. Our next broadcast coming up will be William Penn, York and Red Lion, Friday, October the 5th. We're going to head down 83 there a little ways and bring a good game. Excited about it. Something different. We haven't called a game down that way, but we're going on the road.
Yeah,
our staff's going on the road this year.
Exactly. We get a chance to see that York League, the top division in the York League. And we have seen some crossover games with the Mid-Penn, and we've seen York be able to battle the Mid-Penn. So it'll be good to get down there and see that talent level there again. And again, this game here was just what it was built up. We thought it would be. One of the things that I will say, again, you can't preach enough about the Commonwealth Division and how each game in and game out, it's just tough. And these guys have been battle tested out of the conference, and now they're in the conference, and the conference is showing that it's just as powerful as it's always been. And again, like you said, we got State College that's looming, and they are really playing good football right now. I think that they're up big today. It looks like they're going to win that game again, and they're undefeated right now with an amazing offensive display up there. So both of these teams have to play them. You got the surprise of the Commonwealth is Chambersburg and how well they have done this year. So they're going to be formidable as well. This is the best start for them in years. So right now you just have a lot going on in football in the area. We're going to have a game on Thursday. I wish we were able to cover that. That's the Milton Hershey Middletown game. We got a chance to see Middletown. Milton Hershey's one of the few undefeated teams that's still playing. Middletown only have that one loss. So good football in Central PA.
Great football. On behalf of Archie Smith Jr., Jerome Presley, I'm Todd McCall and Grace Grill, our Invicta crew, our high school sports live staff. A great game tonight, Harrisburg 20, Central Dauphin 5. We'll see you next week at Red Lion. Have a great night, everybody. Coming up, our 3-star report after this broadcast.
Real serious out there. I know a lot of guys, a lot of your boys are out there dying. It ain't no joke. The grave ain't no joke.
I hear the wind blow, thought it's your voice I heard. I feel the raindrops are falling, I see the tears you shed. My mind is constantly...
My name's Joel Delgado. I've been here for about 2 years already. This program has really helped me through a lot. Home, out of the streets, basketball. Taught me how to be a better player, a better person. Helped me be a better man at home. I help my parents around the house now. Less disrespect at home. Working, helping my mother pay bills. This program just built me to be a better person and a better man.
The rector, he came to me asking that I want to come and join this program, and I seen him at